Portland Benny in the spotlight. They crown him greatest of all time. MDG with the wild beard, wildlife. Spin City chasing summer all the time. Tommy Temper holding down the north side. Canada cold, but extreme running high. All the chats say they all so fire, but one name sitting on the top. Hey! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these Western kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves. Red carpet full of tripods, bright screens. Flash bulbs pop for the protest scenes. Every angle, every siren, every sign. But your line hit clean, baby, every time. They got flags for the views, for the watch time. You got love for the lines where the wheels ride. They all clap, but you feel that side eye. Cause the curb crown sitting on you just right. Oh yeah! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these Western kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game.
I like that song. That was a good song. See what Ground Zero's got going on over here.
Hey. What happened to say it loud, say it proud?
Ice, baby. Woo! I put
hey, ho, all the illegals got to go. Hey, ho, all the illegals got to go.
I put on one of my emojis. It's probably hard to see, but it says, "This is the way."
This is the way. Hell yeah, this is the way.
The other Mando over here, Scuba Steve, the Mandalorian, and Ground Zero. Mandalorian.
Get in the car, kids. We have to get tattooed and go protest. You can do your homework later.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
What do
do your homework later.
Wow. Look at all these sad, pathetic losers.
Get the car, kids. We have to go get tattooed and go protest. You can do your homework later.
Anything else we really thought on here?
We're going to go stand for immigration enforcement.
There is.
Shout out at Tommy Ward 420 on YouTube and X. Follow me on YouTube and X. Yes, follow me. Like and subscribe. We don't like
do all the cookies.
Yeah. Well, 100 on YouTube.
You're meeting on that one there in a bit here. Hold on.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, FARQ. Thank you for what you do from the watchers of Unscripted Chronicle. Thank you. I gotta look more into that. I've heard that name before. Unscripted Chronicle. Appreciate you, bro.
God bless Donald
Buddy's mommy.
Hold a nice ride if you love Trump.
Thank you, Buddy's mommy.
This is the protest they went to?
Okay. Good evening. Before we officially gavel in I am turning this over to Councillor Koyama Lane for a pre-gavel celebration. Councillor Koyama Lane.
Thank you, Council
Pre-gavel.
President. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here today as we recognize Minoru Yasui Day. Thank you
Wait,
to
what?
Mayor Wilson for formally recognizing this day through an official proclamation, affirming the importance of remembering this history and carrying forward its lessons. It's an honor to gather in this space with very special guests, people who are very important to me, to reflect on the life and legacy of Minoru Yasui and to bravely commit to being the allies today that our families needed during World War II. And with that, I will turn things over to our guests, Lynn, June, Peggy, and Kay.
Thank you. Good evening, President Dunphy and City Council members. Min was just 26 years old when he defied the military curfew imposed on people of Japanese ancestry that led to the unjust incarceration of over 120,000 men, women, and children, including my family. And he did this to test the constitutionality and his act of defiance 84 years ago was a stand against government overreach and
Are they going to say who did that? Are they going to say what party did that?
power. He recognized the common struggle of marginalized people and worked tirelessly across ethnic, racial, class, and other elements of diversity, including age and disabilities. And for his lifetime of activism, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015, and he's the only Oregonian to receive this honor. In 2016, in an intensely bipartisan year, we worked with the Oregon legislature and unanimously passed House Bill 4009, designating March 28th was the day he defied curfew as Minoru Yasui Day in Oregon in perpetuity. The bill was signed and we had
Anyway. What's going on with their signals over there on those guys' signals? For some reason, they're
Sarah
Vancouver Police
MK6NX.
Department.
Thank you for streaming. You're welcome.
All right, so when they work in
I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Sarah. Means a lot. We're out here. Some people over here that are, you know, they're gathering around because they're interested. Like, what the heck are these people with the red hats, you know?
My services.
They're having a,
it's okay. This
you know, a talk
service
over
issues
there,
over
but they don't know anything
I
about.
told him that that area is kind of a bad area for signal service.
Well, that's a good time to educate them. So Ryland's up to the task over there.
What is up with this service?
What's your mobile service?
You're having troubles too, Shane. It might at this meeting, not because Antifa might show up, but supposedly at this meeting, the Portland City Council meeting, Geyer's going to be there. The person that's been robbed multiple times is going to speak up and say, will you finally do something about all the shoplifting out there and hold people accountable and arrest them that continue to shoplift 4 times or more at the same market that she was at, among other things? Has it been going crazy all day on YouTube issues? Okay. I'll try to look for more Twitter issues in that case there. I appreciate it, Kane. Hope you're doing good. Scarface hoodie? I don't know. All sorts of craziness going on. Hopefully you guys are getting the links or the notifications are going out on YouTube. Sometimes they just don't go out at all. It seems like hopefully they got a few going out these days. You know, so follow me on Rumble or one of those other things. And yeah, I was wondering if he was going to have to do that. Try to get Tommy back on here in a second. Here, hold on a second. When he goes back on, I'll re-put on that. But right now, there's not a whole lot else going on that I can see. 7 o'clock is usually the crazy time. I'm guessing somebody might show up over at the ICE building tonight or something like that. Not Tina or somebody. Portland Andy hanging out there in Portland doing his thing. Let's see what they're talking about here. Probably more of that same person.
should not be delayed any further. The Portland-based Minoru Yasui Tribute Committee involved dedicated lawyers, advocates, and community leaders with active connections to local and national organizations. Minoru Yasui Tribute Committee submitted the Presidential Medal of Freedom nomination to President Obama with nearly 90 letters of support, including past and current federal cabinet officials, representatives, senators, governors from multiple states, local advocacy organizations, and community leaders. Here are some examples of the important ways local and national organizations supported the recognition for constitutional and racial justice fought for by Minoru Yasui. First, the Oregon ACLU leader obtained a support.
I say not Tina, and then not Tina shows up. I was just saying, you know, you might show up at the ice building tonight or something like that, and then 5 seconds later, there he is. I'm not sure if you're heading out there anywhere, but we're just chilling out. Supposedly, this meeting, the city council meeting, might be interesting or whatever. Geyer's down there. He hasn't went live yet if he is down there, but somebody's down there going to supposedly speak about the shoplifting. Looks like there's a bit of a crowd there, or whatever other stuff they're going to talk about. Like you said, the Wednesday meeting is that kind of a normal Wednesday? Is it a full city council meeting or something like that? That's what you said it was happening over there. Right now, they're just kind of honoring, and probably spending 30 minutes honoring somebody who got honored in 2015, she said, the Japanese internment camps or something like that back in the day. But you'll notice that they won't say what political party's president was in charge of doing that. If it was a Republican, I'm guessing they probably would have said who it was that the Republican was doing it. But as not Tina knows, not that you were around back then, but everybody knows what president was in charge during the internment camps of World War II.
Native and Asian American communities. His efforts in Denver in the 1950s were in line with Coalition of Communities of Color present day mission and submitted their letter of support for Minoru Yasui. Lastly, I wanted to mention Hood River Middle School students who in 2015 studied What is a Hero? They learned about Minoru Yasui, who graduated from Hood River High School and said in their letter of support, Minoru Yasui is a hero because he stood up for what was right. He was a hero because he dedicated his life fighting for what he believed in. Thank you for my statement.
Councillor Tiffany Koyama Lane, thank you very much for inviting us here. Thank you to all the councillors for being here. My name is Peggy Nagai, and I have a few words about the Min Yasui case. I was his lead attorney reopening his World War II case in the early 80s. Sherilyn Eifel recently described Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as a democracy warrior who put his body on the line and spoke truth to power, harnessing a truth force to demand change. Likewise, Minoru Yasui, as a lawyer, patriot, and activist, was a democracy lawyer who put his body on the line when he intentionally violated the military curfew imposed upon U.S. citizens of Japanese ancestry. By this act, he spoke truth to power. The incarceration of persons without due process is a clear violation of the Fifth Amendment's command. Does this sound familiar?
I knew you were going to say that.
We firmly believed the government was transgressing fundamental rights. He did not know the extent to which government lawyers, both in the War Department and the Department of Justice, lied, suppressed, misrepresented, and falsified a key military report and other government assessments so that they could argue national security mandated incarceration. Does this sound familiar? The evidence these lawyers tampered with intentionally misled the Supreme Court about the military assessment of the West Coast and hid the general's racist views of Japanese Americans as an enemy race, calling them animals and saying that no amount of time would make a difference to prove the loyalty or their disloyalty to the U.S. General DeWitt said it would be like separating goats from sheep. Language that characterized American citizens of Japanese descent as subhuman and alleviated any moral obligation to treat them as the U.S. citizens that they were. Why did these lawyers, against their own ethical rules, withhold exculpatory evidence from verified government sources that the incarceration was not necessary? Why is it that the Solicitor General of the United States, the fourth ranking official in the Department of Justice, representing the federal government in all U.S. Supreme Court cases and appointed by the president, refused to disclose credible reports from the Office of Naval Intelligence, the FBI, the Federal Communications Commission, all of which found no evidence of sabotage, and all of which said that it was unnecessary to imprison Japanese Americans. We reopened his case in the 1980s. I've been asking these questions for the last 40 some years. And it's been an exhausting process of wondering, why did this happen? Why did lawyers, because I used to practice law, how could we betray our ethical obligations? And I have come to I still don't quite understand it. Why did they betray their responsibilities to not serve the public interest, to not act with integrity, to not seek justice, and to ensure a fair process rather than pursuing a conviction at all costs? Why did they not uphold the law? I've come to believe that these high-ranking government lawyers and officials did not see, nor did they believe, that the United States is a multiracial, multicultural.
FYI, I'm going to read something that a Democrat president gave during the Japanese internment camps here. You guys can tell me which president did this. Executive Order 9066. I hereby authorize and direct the Secretary of War and military commanders whom he may from time to time designate whenever he or any designated commander deems such action necessary or desirable. In other words, giving the general she's talking about full power to prescribe military areas from which any or all persons may be excluded. Who gave them the power? Who did this executive order? There's probably more to it than that, but anyway. Here, privately in 1936, the same person, he wrote that in the event of war, every Japanese citizen or non-citizen of the island of Oahu should be secretly but definitely identified and his or her name placed on a special list of those who would be the first to be placed in a concentration camp. Again, who was this president? Anybody? Also, FDR stated that the West Coast was a combat zone from which any or all persons may be excluded. Anyway, interesting, huh? Let's see if she's mentioning that.
Democracy, fight for the soul of this nation. Thank you.
I don't think she mentioned FDR at all. Yeah, you know FDR. Yep, Latina knows FDR. Yep.
Oh, my name is Kay Endel. I was.
They kept bringing it up and everything. Say, does it sound familiar? Locking people up without due process. Does it sound familiar? Yes, Japanese were legal citizens here at the time, and a Democrat locked them up. The people going to ICE are not legal citizens that are locked up and deported. You understand the difference? Not the same. Not the same.
All we did was play all day until school started. On September 26th, that was my 9th birthday, but we didn't celebrate my birthday.
We'll get back to that later here. Let's see what's going on with this one here. It looks like Tony was just having issues today.
People will not move out of. Weird.
It is.
Hey, the Native Americans
Yeah, weird. I don't see it
and
either.
they lost their nation. And you guys want to allow?
Well, I
illegals
appreciate
in
it.
here.
I appreciate
We're
the
not
super
losing our
chats. Thank
nation.
you.
Thank you, Emmy. Appreciate you.
No, we're not here to
We're
fight.
not here
We're
to
just
fight.
here to-
No. Use words,
We're
not
here to
violence.
use words. We're not violent like the left.
But you have to be funny. You're just being boring bump on a log.
Funny
That's what
looking.
got us here. Bump on a log. That's what got us here.
He's the wheelie master. Oh, look at
There's
that.
Billy.
Well, he said
Oh,
I'm
look
funny.
at that doggers.
You weren't paying attention. You're too focused.
Look at
You
the
weren't paying attention. You're too
doggers.
focused.
Hey, you know TDS is a real. Hey, you know TDS is a
If they came
real
out with a
disease
vaccine for
now.
TDS, you would probably take it.
You would have to.
They're at the same event.
They're
What
gonna
else
enforce
going
you
on?
like they did the
See if I can
COVID
Geyer.
vaccine. They're gonna enforce you guys like they did the COVID vaccines.
Yes, pick up a book. The good book.
Everybody supports ICE.
Scuba Steve, you might want to read that book about how to treat others.
Crack open the Bible. It's the best book you'll ever read.
Tesla on a tree for Christmas. We got a Tesla on a tree.
Practice what you preach, Scuba.
Oh shit! Look at.
See, I told you I'm funny.
My dad jokes are better.
It's Captain.
Hey, look, you're already struggling, bro. I'm weak too. Gotta start somewhere. You're good. Probably less than you.
There's not much going on there. Let's go back to the meeting here.
Absolutely necessary in the pursuit of democracy and dignity for all. Sometimes I sit at my window here in City Hall and I imagine him because he walked around downtown telling a police officer, hey, arrest me, arrest me. We know that the police officer said, run along home, sonny boy, until he went to the police station and said, you have to arrest me. I'm breaking the curfew on purpose. So as we wrap up, I encourage everyone to continue honoring Min's legacy by staying engaged, learning more. Please research Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's Neighbors Not Enemies Act, HR 630. Please attend the Min Yasui Day celebration right up the street at the...
Please learn the fact that that was a Democrat president that was doing some things that they would consider racist at the time. You know, excluding people and everything based on their race and things like that. There was a Democrat president at the time that they didn't mention, that I heard during this entire little thing here, that mentioned who the president was at the time. They love to say who the president is now that's doing things that are totally different, but they never mentioned FDR. They mentioned generals. FDR gave full power to do whatever they wanted to do. He could have limited power on his executive order. He could have said, whenever there's a question, the generals are to ask me or the vice president about certain things. No, he gave full power to the generals to do what military guys do. We'll return in a moment. Okay. Go back over here.
Do you guys have any opinions at all?
Trump flattened all the buildings and
So here's
Talked to the Iranian people just the other day. They do a thing in Pioneer Square. You should check it out. Get yourself educated.
Tommy's just
I
having
thought
a
you guys were
horrible time
supposed
with
to
this
be
thing.
shouting chants or being very opinionated, but it seems like you guys are super quiet and you don't want anything to happen. You're just out here passively holding a sign like that's really going to do anything.
See, he'll talk to the youth because he thinks.
Yeah, that maybe.
He'll talk to the youth because he thinks he's going to indoctrinate them.
Is this protesting?
No, we're not mad. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But so can I.
Welcome everybody. We're in Vancouver, Washington, right
That is the
across
real
the bridge
question.
from
Did you
Portland,
know?
Oregon. So far, a Tesla hit a tree, and we have a small protest. The weather's great. That's one thing. We got a bunch of dipshits out here that won't talk. They're out here holding signs. And these kids, they're cool. I don't know. They're just hanging
Don't
out.
let him lie to you, children.
These young kids are, you know, like 15 years old, 14 years old, something like that. Let them do their thing while they're out here. We're just keeping everybody safe out here.
Yes, you do.
Always make sure the kids are good.
Imagine that. The children can be nicer than the grown-ups.
It says, look at the dumb flyers they got.
You can't have nice if you don't have ice.
No Kings advertisement.
We don't do that.
Abolish ICE. Quiet Piggy.
Definitely don't contribute to the delinquency of a minor. Yeah. That's illegal.
What else is going on, guys? How we doing?
You're like 12. See?
Yeah, I know. He said it earlier.
It's almost more interesting to see what Portland Andy's talking to this guy about here. Probably some buddies of his or something.
Scared, dude. Scared money don't make money, baby.
Somewhere in Portland, he's just hanging out. There.
Imagine playing for fun.
And put on a showdown. You just rolled it too. I saw that shit.
You cheated.
Let's see what's going on here.
Now,
I thought you guys was all about sharing. Sharing and sharing. Pro-communism.
Communism is?
Sharing is caring, right? You tell me what communism is. You guys haven't talked to us at all today. Why would
Does anybody know why Scuba Steve keeps hiding his face? I'm just curious what he's afraid of. Thought he's a conservative Christian, you know, not afraid to give his opinion. But he seems to be afraid to hide his face. I don't know.
Yeah,
they didn't want to.
They didn't want to. You guys noticed that, right?
This new generation is something else.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did you just say Gen Z is the best?
No, Gen Alpha is.
Bro, don't lie to yourselves, bro.
It might be. You never know.
Don't lie to yourselves.
He's live again here.
Auto shop, all those trade classes. And now you've got all this classwork that's just LGBT disgusting.
Now, I don't really like
Gen X was the best generation. Yourselves, bro.
It might be. You never know. Because they're tired of all the loony trying to force bullshit down their throats.
Yeah. Yep.
Very Christian mouth there, Scuba.
Looney
Very
bins like these
mouth.
guys.
Great way to show
legal street tacos. We love legal street tacos. Hey, legal street tacos are always the best. I don't fuck with those illegal vendors because you never know what kind of meat they're gonna use. You know, you don't know what they're gonna. You know what I mean? I like
dog or cat
just
meat.
like I like legal immigrants.
Well, I mean, they taste better though.
The legal ones do, yeah, because we don't fuck with illegals over here.
There's a road. I just saw it skitter across the sidewalk. Came from the bush.
They're just kids. They don't care about that stuff.
So you don't care about food poisoning?
Optics. Oh, back to the meeting. This is probably more interesting than that.
Here, Ryan.
Here.
Family. Mario. Here. Novik.
Here.
Clark. Here. Green.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman saying his
Kempy.
pig.
Here. And can we please read the rules of decorum?
Good evening. Welcome to the Portland City Council. To testify before council in person or virtually, you must sign up in advance on the council agenda at www.portland.gov/council/agenda. Information on engaging with council can be found on the council clerk's webpage. Individuals may testify for 3 minutes unless the presiding officer states otherwise. Your microphone will be muted when your time is over. The presiding officer preserves order. Disruptive conduct such as shouting, refusing to conclude your testimony when your time is up, or interrupting others' testimony or council deliberations will not be allowed. If you cause a disruption, a warning will be given. Further disruption will result in ejection from the meeting. Anyone who fails to leave once ejected is subject to arrest for trespass. Additionally, council may take a short recess and reconvene virtually. Your testimony should address the matter being considered.
Keep in mind that they disrupted the meeting about 10 times yesterday. Nobody got ejected. Talk is cheap with the Portland City Council.
testifiers should unmute themselves when the council clerk calls your name. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, our first action item today is approval of the agenda. Item number 4, titled Amend Council Schedule during the 26-27 budget process, has been pulled from consent in part to add an amendment and to add an emergency clause. We have many substantive policy items to hear tonight. I would like to be able to place this at the beginning of the regular agenda so we can complete it and move on to other business rather than move it to the end, as is normally the case. Is there any objection, or may I have unanimous consent to place item 4 between items 3 and 5? I know. I would like to, usually items from consent get pulled to the end. I'd like to have it.
Guys, put a 1 if you're in the chat, put a 2 if you're not in the chat, put a 3 if you're lurking. Please.
Do I have unanimous consent to approve the agenda? Nice. Lots of little nods. The agenda is approved. Thank you, colleagues. Keelan, can we please call public communications?
First up, we have Karen Shire.
Thought Geyer was getting live here.
Yep. Come on up, Karen. Welcome. Please introduce yourself. Share your name, your pronouns.
Maybe
if you prefer.
the shopkeeper here.
Hi, my name's Karen Shire. I am a business owner in District 4. I own Stadium Superette. I'm part of Stadium Hood. You guys have seen me all in various venues here testifying. I also testify for county, and I've been testifying for state legislature. I am advocating for businesses in our area. We've had now 35 businesses close within a 4-block radius of our store by Providence Park in the last 2 years. I am dealing with ongoing crime, and the consensus of a lot of the businesses is that very thing is crime and safety. I don't know what else to do other than continue arresting the people that commit these crimes. I'm up to 26 people as of the Sunday before last that I've had arrested since last April. Due in part for me, like either following the suspect until police can get to my location to arrest the people. Some people I've had to let go just because I couldn't wait any longer due to business and stuff. And it's just an ongoing cycle of homelessness and drugs and crime. And with all the monies that we're spending on the homeless and SNAP benefits and all of these things, I just don't understand why it just is continuing, and like, what else can we do to mitigate these things, and the reason why our economy is so bad is because we do have these crimes. And so when retail outlets have criminal activity or vandalism like I've had, we're going to have to raise our prices. I could barely afford the employees that I have working right now. And just because, I have now more employment taxes, I have cost of living, increases. And so I'm pleading with you guys, like, please help in some way. I feel like we're the minority, and I didn't necessarily choose to open the store. It wasn't my dream. It was my husband's dream, but I helped make it happen, and I'm continuing to make it happen for him while he works construction, just so that we can keep the store open. I mean, we literally have to have 2 incomes, right? The store and his income, just to keep the store afloat, and so I don't know what else to do other than, like I said, I feel like we need to bring back Neighborhood Watch to help the police kind of be eyes on the street, know these different locations. If we can bring back Reserve Program, maybe to give us a little bit, more boots on the ground. I don't know. I want somebody to reach out to me and see what else we can come up with to help our businesses not have to close. I don't want to close. So.
Thank you so much for being here tonight.
That was the person
Next up, we have Evan Lewis.
Geyer had issues, found that situation there.
Welcome. Thank you. Please introduce yourself.
Is he going to say
pronouns if you prefer, and you have 3 minutes.
Yes, my name is Evan Lewis, he, him.
I am the
Who
executive
cares?
director of Third Angle New Music. I am a proud member of 2 local grassroots arts advocacy groups, Portland Arts and Culture for Equity and Portland Arts Leaders, and I am here speaking on behalf of my organization and the 49 other Portland arts organizations who have signed a letter emailed to the council last Monday. This cohort of 50 organizations represents groups from across the city that encompass multiple artistic disciplines and budget sizes, from those under $75,000 to those with annual budgets over $15 million. This request is in direct response to the recent discovery of $8.5 million of unspent arts tax funds. We respectfully request a multi-year structured drawdown of a portion of these reserve funds to stabilize and preserve arts nonprofits across the city over the next several years. These funds should serve as a bridge toward a renewed era of increased public investment in Portland's vibrant arts and culture community and creative economy. We ask that the city distribute during this fiscal year $1.6 million from these funds equally to all 80 general operating support organizations. This would mean a one-time fund disbursement of $20,000 to each general operating support organization, with an understanding that there will be additional funding from this pool next year, and that the pool of eligible organizations will be larger as a result of application requirements that are more equitable and open for all. Immediately following this distribution, we request that the city restructure the framework of eligibility for general operating support. We request that all arts organizations...
It's getting boring here. Let's see what Valley Ray's up to.
All right, let's go.
Oh, hold on. I gotta adjust this over here. Over there. Right here. Make sure you guys are all following Valley Ray. What's a PM? I don't know what do you mean a PM? There you go. It's Valley Ray's channel. Give him a follow,
You guys
please,
know
guys.
I find everybody right spamming.
Gas station. Is Plum got fans over here or something?
That's the video. Yeah, it'll pop up now. Did you make subscribe? Yeah.
Excuse me. Let's see what Valley Ray's got going on. Actually, let's go back to the council meeting here. Where to get the best thing here, you know?
Forces you to go on the record to state your commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion every time you are asked to affirm or approve changes or removal of diversity and equity inclusion language from the policies or programs of city agencies and bureaus that are seeking to comply with Mayor Wilson's ill-conceived executive order. In other words, his executive order has added an additional layer of responsibility to councilors to confirm or deny their commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, with each attempt by city agencies and bureaus to remove equity language in order to comply with the order. As a result, voters will have a public record for which to evaluate you and to hold you accountable on your position on diversity, equity, and inclusion. With regard to pages 23 and 24 of the Portland Housing Bureau's red line adjustments to the climate benefit plan, Council Dunphy, I look forward to your promise to add to the council agenda a discussion on the new equity language to replace that which was stricken from pages 23 and 24. You promised to have this discussion in 30 to 45 days, and I and the voters of Portland will be anxiously awaiting this discussion. Councilors, the problem with the executive order of Mayor Wilson's are numerous. As a Black woman who is part of the protected classes that this executive order seeks to target, that this executive order targets, my concern is as much about future generations of councilors who will not have the institutional knowledge that you have about the city's prior position on diversity, equity, inclusion. If left as stands, these future councilors will not have any commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and housing that the Portland Housing Bureau has to abide by. Likewise, other city agencies and bureaus will also be without commitments to diversity, equity, inclusion if such language is not put back into agencies' policies and programs, all of which may take decades to restore. The language of diversity, equity, inclusion was put in place because of decades of exclusion and is endemic of Oregon's white supremacist history. I frankly do not need a disparity study to understand institutionalized white supremacy and anti-Blackness in Portland. It is literally written in our city records, and it remains to be seen this council's role in advancing diversity, equity, inclusion policies that this executive order.
How many times can she say it?
Really good timing. Thank you.
The funny thing is, they just got done talking about Japanese internment camps, right? But yet they won't do any kind of diversity, equity, and inclusion for Japanese that were more recently treated bad in the Northwest. No, they don't get that same treatment. Why don't they get the same treatment? They were treated pretty bad in the Northwest before the other group of people. Interesting.
Ninth. We can talk about whether this is an appropriate use of scarce public money, but I don't think it is unreasonable to ask our city streets not be named after serial rapists. And in the future, let's be a bit more careful about naming things after men with cult followings because there's a bit of a pattern here. All right, so now let's talk about the plan to renovate the Moda Center. And I'm just here with a couple concerns that I have. So first, I have a concern that we're really doing this without examining our priors. There's a pervasive assumption in politics that these stadium deals are a boon for the economy, but the research broadly does not support that conclusion. To quote a 2023 paper titled The Economics of Stadium Subsidies, a policy retrospective, quote, studies consistently demonstrate that sports stadiums have little to no tangible economic impact on host communities, and thus typical public subsidies tend to exceed any meager economic benefits. I think it's okay to abstract this a little bit.
This person was picked last whenever people were picking for teams and everything. This person was either not picked at all or picked last or never played sports, is my guess.
Cited $670 million of annual economic activity. And this leads me into my second and more important concern, which is there appears to be nobody representing the interests of the public right now. The figure appears to have come from lobbyists for the Blazers, with whom Mayor Wilson has been privately meeting with for nearly a year. I would have hoped the mayor would have been wise enough to not simply regurgitate lobbyist talking points, but alas, here we are. I feel I need to remind you of a simple fact. You work for the people of Portland. You do not work for the Portland Trailblazers. By all means, find and exploit the areas where those interests align.
Do they understand the Blazers are the only ones keeping Portland going, basically? Would you agree, Angry Oregonian? The sports teams and that area around the Moda Center is the only thing keeping that area looking decent and giving money to that large area of Portland around the Lloyd Center ballpark. They want to sort of pick on the Blazers now? Seriously?
And I don't want the Blazers to leave. But I also think if we're talking about political consequences, you should be fearful of being the elected official who gleefully robs PSEF because you refuse to call a bill.
Personally, I want the Sonics to start. Hopefully that'll happen in the near future.
This particular topic. That's all I have time for today, but since I'm probably never going to be back here testifying about sports ever again, I just want to say on the record that if we do end up getting an MLB team, the only acceptable name for it would be the Portland Crows, and I won't accept any other answers for that. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Portland Chickens, maybe.
Crane Simca.
Welcome.
Good evening. Thank you all.
Saying to
Madam
5
Vice
protesters?
President, Mr. President Dunphy. I'm Charles Simcoe Bridge Crane Johnson. It's good to be back here. I believe this is the first time I've done this thing since Mr. Novick, the originator somewhat of my name, back when Charlie Hales thought it was his duty as mayor to rush through a police contract before in the final.
Yeah, I know it can't thrive on sports, but it stays alive because of tech and sports, in my opinion.
Look at how we can successfully negotiate with the Portland police to.
Where do you think those tech guys go at night to have fun? Laser games.
Everyone of every background in this community feels safe and sees their community represented among the Portland Police Bureau. When I was here a couple weeks ago,
I don't doubt it.
You were all involved in a good effort to try and get money. And I think that's the correct phrasing for it. We so often talk about things here about the money part and not the actual results part. Trying to get money out, we were arguably quibbling and throwing shade about whether there was going to be $150,000 or $350,000 out to some.
Make sure you guys follow WWII. I got him on the screen there, and I'm sure most of you guys already follow Ground Zero PDX and Tommy Boy over there. So, but anyway, there's like 3 people they're talking to. There's more cameras there than there are protesters they're talking to right now. So, which audio would you prefer?
So that people who are, I don't have the phrasing. I didn't keep it on my screen. I think the phrasing we had earlier was war detention centers.
I'm kind of curious what WWII's got going over there, though. Yeah, somebody in front of him is like, are they taking a poop? I don't really want it on camera if he's taking a poop. It is Veli. Okay. Make sure you're not taking poop, okay? Don't poopage on camera. Otherwise, I got to do a lot more of these sort of readings here. Let's see what's going on over here.
Yeah, so if there's a.
Okay, that's nuts. Let's see what this conversation is here.
That's chill, but when you make your whole life about your sexuality, then that's bad. They're like the feminine gays. Yeah, they're not. They'll never be girls. At least you guys are based enough. I can dig it. Oh shit! Man, I'm going to ride my shit tomorrow, bro.
Not sure who it is.
I'm going to ride my shit. I can't take it.
He's got bad audio again for some reason. Let's go back over here, see what they're doing at this meeting here.
Response. I will continue to be holding times on our agendas to hear updates about the ongoing federal response and any other emergency response matters at the beginning of council meetings. City Administrator Lee.
Thank you, Council President. There's no new updates today. Staff is still working on the permanent policy that we'll be trying to bring forward to council in this summer months. But we will keep you updated as we get new updates on the schedule of the hearing as well for the land use. So as soon as we get that update, we will make sure council is up to speed on that.
Thank you very much. Keelan.
As they're trying to talk about taking over the ICE building or something like that, or yes, private property is important. It's his property. He's leasing it to ICE. You don't want to try to go there, buddies.
Colleagues, this is an item that I filed specifically in response to our 2026-2027 budget process.
Is that what it is?
Specifically, it is because we have a number of meetings that we must have, and we have to change our calendar. We have to remove some of the committee structure meetings. And I specifically also had it pulled from, well, it was pulled from consent, but I also have an amendment, which has been filed to fill out the rest of the legal requirements that we need in order to enable our budget calendar. It additionally adds an emergency clause to ensure that these changes are in force by the time that we need them to be. The amendment is posted online under the item. I'm happy to answer any technical questions if I am able to. And that is about as much as I have written here in front of me. Councillor Canal.
Thanks, Council President. Just a technical question, if I may.
Please.
Can you speak to the changes from the April 29th, May 6th, and May 3rd?
It's getting boring here. What's Ground Zero got going here? Hey, go, man. Where you? Valley found somebody to give food to.
America, baby. God bless our veterans.
Uh-oh, another interesting person on this speaker thing here.
Speak to the choice to include an end time. Most of our other schedules have just a start time for the meetings.
Absolutely. That's out of respect primarily to staff for a 5 p.m. end. We are consistently able to hold over those times, and we do regularly.
Boring.
The other side of top to bottom. Right?
You want me to relay a message?
I want you to let him know that everything's good and I'm going to Jackson's and I'll be right there.
Okay. Just let him know you were taking. Are you late meeting him?
No, I just told him I'd be right back and it's been a minute because I fell asleep.
Okay. Yeah, let's get you some water. Come on. Or some Gatorade or something. You okay to walk?
Yeah, I've got early onset arthritis in my
You what?
right knee and my left thigh.
In your knee?
Yeah.
You got to go slow.
Well, it's fine. It's just kind of
How long you been out here for? Yeah. Both. How long you been in Portland?
Look at all the graffiti and the garbage everywhere in Portland.
off and on lately.
Fentanyl is very nasty. Yeah.
10 years in Portland? Are you the only person in your family that's homeless? Or other people? You're the only child?
I don't know where my dad is. I know where my mom is. But
Does your mom know you're out here?
yeah,
She don't know you're in Portland? You want to say her name and say hi to her? No? Well, they all, you know, you messaged her before, but she didn't message you back?
Let's see what's going on over here.
There's really nothing else to say about it. You're not accomplishing a single fucking objective.
Please say more about
Not a single thing you do is making a difference in this country.
that. Please expound on that.
I don't really think I need to. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I am very curious about that.
You're not curious about anything.
I am very curious.
You're curious to be in your echo chamber. That's about it.
Please say more about
Yeah.
my echo chamber.
Echo, echo, echo. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, Wolfie, how are you doing? Good to see you. A little bit.
Oh, shit.
My voice is
Can
back to normal slowly.
Yeah, can you define what a woman is?
Can you?
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
It's an adult human female, right?
Me.
Did you know that men cannot become women?
Please say more.
Please say more. Oh my God.
I'm very interested in
Does your family still talk to you?
I'm very interested in
Does your family still talk to you with that attitude?
Please say more about what my
Condescending.
family feels.
I think you're out here all by yourself because you don't have family at home.
Like your family don't like you kind of type.
Please say more about that.
Did you know? Did you know that trans women are men?
Please expound.
It sounds bad, but not as bad as it was yesterday anyway. At least when I want to talk normal, I can still talk like I'm sick, you know, and you get that sort of intentionally talking like you're sick thing. But if I was to try to talk normal or whatever, it's not quite as bad as it was.
I'm wanting to protect real women in this country, wanting to protect my wife, my daughter, my aunt, you know, my cousins.
Time would you say you spend thinking about other people?
I don't think about other people. I think about the radical trans ideology and what we can do to wipe it off the face of the planet. Yeah.
What percentage of your time would you say you spend thinking about that?
Oh, about 2%.
2%?
Yeah.
Say more about.
Can you do the Trump dance? Can you do the Trump dance? Oh, she's learning. She's learning.
Mav.
Can you do the Trump dance?
Maverick.
Please say more about what the Trump dance is. I don't know.
He just
what
showed you.
This guy. Please say more.
Please say more. Please tell me more.
I'm very interested in your opinion on that.
No, you're not.
Whoa.
You're not interested in anything.
I wonder why you're very interested. You seem like a very smart person.
Starting to think
with lots to say.
I do have a lot to say.
Yeah, please go ahead and say it.
I do have a lot to say. But you don't want to hear it.
I'm very interested. I'm all.
This guy's trolling pretty well here. You know, Tommy does a good troll too, but this guy's doing his kind of trolling or whatever you want to call it right back.
Please say more.
Yeah, they're deporting illegals that are harming Americans.
Obama sent pallets of cash. Trump is sending pallets of whoop ass.
That's a fact, bro. When Trump don't play, Trump says we gonna bomb them motherfuckers, he gonna do it. And he definitely did it.
He gonna do it.
He gonna do it.
Is he?
You like my slang?
I
That's
do.
my slang. The ghetto came out in me, bro.
How ghetto?
What Veli's doing again here?
And
Yeah, you too.
what area are you staying in right now?
I'm on Foster.
92nd?
Club is.
Oh, okay.
Go across the street.
On the
and-
back trail?
Yeah, you go across the street and then you start to head up the hill. I'm right there on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah. On the right hand side.
All right. We'll go get you a burger McDonald's, bro.
Okay. Thank you.
It was good seeing you, man. I'll be out tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right, Happy. Be safe out here, okay?
Yeah.
Much love from Valley Ray. Hey, you want some gloves? You want some new gloves?
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
Thank you.
There you go, bro. You welcome, bro. You too.
Well, okay, it's a little cold.
Okay, she's getting liquids in here. I'm gonna make sure she gets out of here okay. Make sure nobody tries to harass her. See if she needs some more money.
Good job, Veli. Good job.
Where's she at? There she is.
Excuse me. Okay, a little cough here and there.
I hope the clerk's being nice to her.
Better be. Like, no way he was leaving his bike out there. Just want to see what these guys are doing in the meeting yet.
Was considered in the Community and Public Safety meeting on January 27th, February 10th, and again on February 24th, where it was referred to council with the recommendation it be passed. The ordinance amends Portland City Code Chapter 14B.60 as shown in Exhibit A to revise definitions, procedures, and enforcement provisions related to chronic nuisance properties. The ordinance, through the proposed code changes, removes references assigning administrative responsibility to the chief of police or precinct commander and assigns those responsibilities to the city administrator.
Chronic Nuisance sounds like a good 80s band. 90s.
Every day and every hour destroying the worldwide virus in this country.
We think about protecting children every day, just like you should. Oh, look at that.
Thank you, Thomas.
Look at that fat boy. He's so cute, bro. Hold on, I'll get
Yeah,
right back
exactly.
to our
We got
meeting in a
real
minute.
life GTA 6.
He doesn't have a woke mind virus earwig like you do.
That is adorable.
He's catching all the TDS. God bless America, the greatest nation this side of heaven. Love your country. It feels good to be patriotic.
Yeah.
Arrangement syndrome. Look it up.
You don't know what TDS is? You have it, so you should know what it is.
Diagnose it. We can give you a recommendation.
Tell me more.
What are the symptoms? Your recommendation.
I'm looking at them. Yeah. Psychotic episodes of hating somebody just because he's doing the right thing.
2028.
Yeah. If Trump told you air was good, you would stop breathing, bro. If Trump said air is amazing, you libtards would stop breathing. You would be like, that's what TDS is. That's what TDS is. Brain rot. There's lots of them.
Stimulus check that Trump gave you to illegals?
Can you say deep thoughts with Nathan Hot Dogs?
God bless America, baby.
That dog walks in my
Deep
face.
thoughts.
Yeah. You ain't getting
With
no
Nathan
exercise
Hot
walking
Dogs.
that
That's
dog.
all we need.
Deep thoughts. Deep thoughts by Nathan Hot Dogs.
Deep thoughts by Nathan Hot Dogs.
That's
Come on,
all
just
we
one
need.
time.
Yeah.
We'll leave.
Yeah,
if you say
that, we'll
Deep
leave.
thoughts by Nathan Hot Dogs.
You're about to leave anyway.
Just go see if I can see her friend.
Let's go Valley. Let's go Valley. You guys give Valley a follow there if you haven't done it already.
Looking
You
for
guys are
another
probably-
homeless person.
You're probably watching already.
Let them know that. Let's see. This might be him. Are you waiting for somebody? Are you waiting for a homeless girl? Okay. If you are, she said she'd be here shortly. Okay, thanks. Okay, I don't see anybody here.
Yeah, he gets
Oh, wait,
fast
here we
enough.
go.
Yeah, that's probably the person.
Huh? What?
Billy, right?
Valley?
Billy.
Yeah, Valley. What's up? Huh?
You know a guy named, you don't know the guy named Charlie Love?
Trey Love?
Charlie Love.
Charity Love?
Charlie.
Charlie. No, what about him?
I live right over here too, where you tell me, I seen you on TV. You live right over here?
Me?
Yeah, Charlie Love.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Did you used to live right over here?
Me?
Yeah, right over here.
Yeah, I was born and raised over here
And,
on 88th and 88th and Reedway.
you know, I'm like 73, and I'm just going up with my maybe father or something, you know.
Are you from Portland?
I was out here forever, man.
Oh, really? What area you born and raised in?
What?
What area you raised in?
Right in this area.
Is it,
This
is
area?
it ever behind it? No, I caught up on Valley here.
Have you guys seen Abby? Do you guys know who Abby
Hey,
is?
Kimber,
Do you know who Abby is?
You want to see
Abby?
the?
Can I show
yeah,
you?
I think I know her, yeah.
Can I show you a picture and you might maybe?
Yeah.
She's not in trouble. Her father's just looking for her and wants to try to help her get off the streets. This is a picture of Abby. Can you hand that to me? You see her?
I can see her. Nope, I've never seen her.
Never seen her?
No.
I think I've seen her maybe in a while back.
No, it's Mr. Bell.
Yeah,
So I can really hope you're doing good.
You seen her on my channel? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen her.
That's your name.
Crazy week for you.
You okay?
At least is it over?
Yeah, YouTube channel.
Halfway over.
Valley Ray.
Update.
VELLYRAY.
Well, anyway, yeah, you know, I really appreciate what you do, you know.
Thank-
You know that guy that you know, you call him Depp. I call him
Dat?
Yeah, I know him for like
Wolfie.
He helped me catch.
He had to go in a long time ago.
Dab helped me catch a serial killer, Jesse Calhoun, that killed 6 homeless women.
So what's going on there?
Black jobs.
Jobs mailed to you if you get rid of it.
Customs enforcement is nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. The outbreak, the only thing that's new.
Yep.
Oh,
The liberal outrage.
Right? Don't you need ice to make ice cream? I just don't like ice.
They don't. They might. Ice cream, but they don't like ice.
Yeah, that's in the conundrum. Thought you guys didn't.
I like this counselor. It's the only one that makes sense. This
In
guy
the
here.
Committee and Public Safety Committee, and a brief sort of summary of it in an in-between session. We've spoken with victim advocates, survivors, motel owners, law enforcement experts, counselors, and others to refine this ordinance. The fundamental question this ordinance poses is, to what extent do we think property owners have an obligation to make sure that their properties aren't being used as a base for certain sorts of illegal activity, such as human trafficking or drug dealing? Currently, the code allows the city to initiate a process to have a property declared a chronic nuisance property if there are 3 instances of illegal activity documented by the police within 30 days. What we've heard from law enforcement is that is too restrictive. A heck of a lot of bad stuff can happen in their property without law enforcement documenting the existence of bad stuff happening within 30 days. So the heart of this legislation is to extend the timeline. What passed out of committee was 2 instances in 90 days is sufficient to initiate the process. Councilor Pertolgini has suggested making that 3 in 90 days, and I'm amenable to that amendment. What happens when the city initiates the chronic nuisance property?
Back over here.
Why do you guys disagree with ICE?
Having a conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, Donald Trump said they're coming after you, but I stand.
I already asked him if Pretend was his brother, and he said no. Why do you guys not like ICE? You like ice cream, but you don't like ICE agents that are keeping our country safe. What kind of shit is that?
I'm tired of people being murdered by illegals. How about you?
I see you.
There are women that have been raped and murdered
Y'all
by
go
illegals that
fast.
shouldn't have even been here.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
Lake and Riley. Oh, shit.
Yeah. A lot of standing, a lot of walking. I know.
Time to sit.
So we can chill.
That's cool.
It's in the backpack. I left it down to 30. Where did that topic matter?
We love ICE. We need more funding for ICE. We don't need to abolish it. Come on, bro.
Fund ICE.
Fund ICE.
You just chose to leave and then come back legally and do it right.
Yeah, they don't want to do that, though.
Go home, get some money, get a free flight. Isn't that a good thing?
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What would you say to Lake and Riley's mother?
They don't care. They don't care. They just want the illegals here.
Just remember, the ones that are coming illegally probably aren't the ones you want.
Nope.
You let an illegal in your house?
Hell no.
You let them stay with you?
Hell no.
Please sign up for illegals to stay in your home.
Yeah.
Be a real liberal.
See what Jolly's doing.
She's usually staying right over here. When's the last time you seen her?
I think it's that girl that I yelled at. I yelled at her. Is she kind of like goofy sometimes? Like kind of like airheaded? Like
I don't know.
a little weird. You don't know her personality. So it looks like this one chick that I yelled at the other weekend because she told me that she was going to give me some clear for some powder, but she lied to me.
I just waved at her.
She lied to me. She took my powder and she didn't give me any clear back in return.
Are you 100% sure this is her?
No, but it looks a lot like her.
Would you like a Krispy Kreme St. Patrick's Day donut?
Absolutely.
Would you
Thank
like?
you very much.
Would you like 2?
Sure, I'll give one to my husband.
There
Thank
you go. It's nice seeing you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you too.
Would you like some new gloves too?
Absolutely.
What size? How many pants? Do you have a lot of pants?
No, I like
Here's some gloves.
stretch pants are nice.
Okay. Can I give you something?
Leggings.
You want what?
Leggings.
You want leggings?
Stretch pants. You know, like just like the
Brand new
easy.
leggings.
Oh, wonderful.
Brand new leggings with the
Perfect.
tag on them.
Oh,
Feel
wonderful.
those.
Oh, these are really nice.
You like those?
Yes.
Your size too.
Yeah, thank you. Or you're giving them to me.
Yeah, they're yours.
Okay,
Let me fold them for you.
Oh, thank you. I've said thank you like 10 times, but
No, you're welcome. You don't have to say thank you.
right.
You want some rubber gloves too? Just to
Sure.
keep your hands clean.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you want a couple oranges?
Oh my God.
He's trying to clean up his bag.
Gloves too?
Yes, he is a glove fanatic. He's
And
always
then
wearing gloves.
there's 2 oranges. Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
okay.
I'm sorry. That's my last 2 oranges.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad.
Do you have a lot of hygiene stuff?
Not really. I use some more toothbrushes and
What about underwear?
oh yeah, underwear. That's
Sona Bello
I
helped
never
me
seem to
take
have
back my
underwear.
life.
You got underwear?
No, not really.
How about 5 brand new pair of underwear?
Hell yeah! Thank you.
You're welcome.
These look good.
What's going on in the meeting here?
Was 15 and a half years old, which means that they were trafficked before seeking services for being a victim of trafficking. These are the most vulnerable victims in our community. There's an overrepresentation of children of color, as well as individuals that are from the LGBTQ plus community. In the history of Portland, in 2007, the city allowed the prostitution-free zone to sunset. In 2008, the street-level prostitution activity, human trafficking activity, skyrocketed until about 2012 when we saw Craigslist and Backpage.com allow for the trafficking of human beings to move online. The online trafficking culture increased until 2018 when the FBI closed down Backpage.com. And what we saw in our community, as well as communities throughout the nation, is that the movement from online went back to the streets, back to motels, back to cars and street corners and sidewalks in our communities. Most of the time, these were communities of color and underrepresented communities and vulnerable communities. What has changed, though, as Councilor Novick said, is we are trauma-informed, victim-centered. We have moved away from arresting and charging victims of trafficking and focusing on buyers, traffickers, and those who enable the trafficking, especially of children in our community. This is a tool to combat human trafficking.
Where are most of these traffickers, people that are traffickers, coming from? And are they legal or illegal on the majority of the people there? Please answer that for me. They come here legally or illegally, and if they're, how did they get here, and when did they cross the border? If they were okay in their own area and everything, if they were with their family and they later were not with their family because they were trafficked, what was the cause of this kind of situation where they were trafficked up north? What led to this?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Christopher, could you come back up?
Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to feel like I was part of the
Thank
meeting.
you for the, I think, longest committee staff summary we've ever had, and appreciate your work on a very dynamic and large-scale conversation. You said the word certain, and it's the second to last bullet on the second to last.
They're probably talking about important things, but let's see what Tommy's talking about over here.
Ice cream.
He's talking about ice cream. Okay. Where's he talking about?
How can you talk to anybody you disagree with if you only talk to people that you agree with? Your sign doesn't make sense. I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
He doesn't believe in civil
Can I have
discourse.
one?
He's a Nazi.
Can I have one? Can I have one? Can I have a sticker? Come on, bro. Let me get a damn sticker.
Oh, you know what it is, Tommy? They're eating ice cream. Their brain froze.
Come on, I want one of those fuck ice stickers, bro.
Fair enough, yeah.
We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws.
Legal immigrants, not illegal.
If you don't have laws,
We're a nation of cancel culture, if you follow what Scuba says and does. Let's see. Interesting, Wolfie. Interesting. I don't know what else going on. Let's go back to WWII over here. The other conversation's kind of pointless. There was like 3 people there, and there's 3 cameras and 4 people surrounding these 3 people having a conversation. Interesting.
Abby? Is anybody here? Have you seen Abby? It's WWII. Hello? Hey, have you seen Abby?
Your Amazon?
It's WWII. Have you seen Abby? Hello? Hey. Hey.
There are only 3 people in front of ICE right now. Just looking at Pretend Media's page. There are only 1 person on a bike and a helmet, and 1 guy wearing a mask, and 1 girl wearing a mask. That's it. What else going on out there today?
Vetted Epiphany, appreciate you, love. Been a long time. Brilliant at times, thank you for the 10. Wow, Filter Guy 2525, thank you for the 10 memberships. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jeffy, for the 5. Thank you, Brilliant at Times, for the 5. Thank you, Jeffy, for the 5. Thank you, Pookie Nose 3 for the 5.
Hello, Jeffy.
Appreciate the love, y'all. Thank you, Darla Miller, for the 20. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
I'll be right back, guys. Look at yourself. Wolfie, you're in charge. Wolfie, behave, Wolfie.
It's getting dark. I'll come out. I'll find her tomorrow. Watch.
How long is it out there? Out there for 45 minutes. Usually go for an hour. So
Hey, have you seen Abby? Do you know who Abby is? Can I show you a picture?
Okay. Quickly.
Behave, Wolfie. Is one another conversation to talk about?
Haven't seen her.
All
right, thank you. If you see her, just tell her father's looking for her.
Talk about the poll question.
Look at her, please.
Her name's
Is
Abby.
she dark skinned?
Yep.
Like she's that
Yes.
color?
Yep. She's like mixed.
I didn't know if it was a picture.
It's a dark picture. If you see her, just tell her
How old
father.
is she?
I don't know.
Short hair or long?
Short. I've seen her out here.
Like that?
I seen this picture was taken under this bridge about 7 months ago.
Okay. I just moved out here 2 months ago.
Oh, really?
60th and Foster, yeah.
Oh, really?
So I don't come out here too often, but I want to say she looks really familiar, but I've only been out here for 2
Oh, really?
I talked to her.
About this time, her father seen her and contacted
Do
me.
you have a number?
In
case I do see
Yeah.
her?
Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just lost it. I did. I'll get a new one.
Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
I got a pen.
Look at it for food. Here. I'll have a new phone very soon. Here. Then.
You got a pen?
Yeah. Okay.
Here's a new pen.
Thank you.
I have paint pens. I'm a nerd. Okay. Do you just want to write it down for me?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
I can't read my own writing.
Can you read that?
Yes. 258-6951.
Yep.
Ready? I promise.
Thank you. No, keep it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You see her? Please contact me.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Hey, do you want a Krispy Kreme St. Patrick's Day donut from Krispy Kreme's? I bought it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, I saw you the other day bringing food and chicken.
I usually have barbecue chicken, but I'm out. But I'll be out tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna come out early tomorrow looking for Abby. I'm gonna call it a day. But I'm still looking. She's in this area. This is where she's on several of my videos.
Jeff in the house.
Oh, I know where I'll go.
What was
I know where I go, where I see her.
Oh, 9 through 12 high school. High school is everybody's favorite. Looks like. Okay, I was trying to figure it was probably high school.
Do you know who Abby is? No. All right, thank you.
Well, you guys really enjoyed your middle school time too. Looks like.
You guys know who Abby is?
I don't, sir.
You don't? All right. Her father, well, she living out here, and if you guys see a little mix.
Is this a good discussion, you think, or not?
In a dress. One of them's just wearing a dress. People care because I don't want my daughter in the bathroom with a man. Yeah.
It's not a man.
Was it born a man?
It has male DNA.
Damn it. Sorry, my tripod.
I'm sorry, but the brain of a man and a woman are different. No matter however
Yeah,
you
that's
explain
what Scuba Steve was like. Go ahead. I'm like, what? She thinks the Bible is made up. I don't want to get
men
into
and
that.
women are
freaking
biologically
argument.
different. I'm sorry, you can't change it. Trust the science.
Can you tell me a woman that's won a man's sport? Is there a single woman that has been able to beat a man in running, swimming? Okay, I'm trying to give the example. Again, should a woman compete?
She's wearing a lot of makeup.
Give me facts here. I'll give you one better. No, I'll give you one better. High school soccer team beat a professional women's soccer team. It was a middle school. It wasn't even a high school.
Because men and women are different. Sorry. It's just the truth. Did you know? Trans women are men. It's just a biological fact. I'm sorry.
I know she's right in here. She's right in here somewhere. This is where she's at.
They left.
This this Kayla's camp? Kayla's? What up, bro?
Not here.
Kayla's not here?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Abby?
Abby?
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about? Come here, look at this picture. I'm looking for Abby.
Yeah, I see it a couple times.
You seen her a couple times?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Maybe just months now.
Today?
No, it's months.
How long ago you see her?
Just 1 month or later, I see. It just stay for us for a couple times.
So you've seen her a couple times?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Maybe just 1 month later or
1 month ago?
yeah.
Okay. Tell her
Just now or
her father's looking for her and wants to help her get off the streets.
okay.
Tell her to call her father or call home, okay?
Okay.
She's not in trouble,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, thanks, Kimberly. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
I don't have any today. I'm sorry. But I'll be out tomorrow, okay?
My phone over here, I think.
Tell Kayla I'll be back tomorrow, okay? Okay. Have you guys seen John that plays the guitar? Orange hair? No? Okay, thank you.
The guitar right there, isn't it? Thank you so much, Kimberly. I appreciate that. High five. Hopefully you're staying good and listening to some good music there. Your son helps you with. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Well, better than cash. YouTube, they take 30% out. Cash App, I think, only takes 30% out. Maybe 3. Watch out, Molly. She's on this. There. What's the city council's doing?
That's what's in the existing law. What we are saying in the proposed amendment is that it shouldn't just, we should make sure that it's not just a grumpy neighbor complaining, that it should be that an officer has made a determination that probable cause exists to believe that an offense has occurred. And then if this winds up going to court, then the rules there say that the court must find by a preponderance of the evidence that the offense actually has occurred. So it's sort of the way law enforcement normally works in a way.
Okay. And
what you looking at, babe?
Worked a lot with the DA's office. I assume that they are saying that they're going to be taking on these additional cases and being able to process them through to give these owners due process if necessary.
Well, initially the DA isn't involved. I mean, initially it's a discussion between the city and the property owner. There's not a heck of a lot of cases that actually go to court, but I'd like to ask JR to give his thoughts on that question.
What the DA gets, they get released.
Again, that is correct. This is not something where the DA's office will be doing the same thing we always do, which is the human trafficking team will be investigating human trafficking. By doing that, if we identify that there are properties or individuals who are enabling that trafficking, then this is an option to start to work with those businesses or property owners to fix that enabling. But this doesn't add anything to the DA's office as far as charges or cases. This would be a civil case that the city would do if it went all the way to the end. The beginning is just a letter saying we noticed this and we'd like your help and to abate this, and here are some suggestions.
What's it? PayPal once in a while, but yeah.
Okay, I will pause for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Murillo. Councilor Canal.
Thank you. I have a technical question first and then one other comment, and it's for Councilor Purtle-Guinea. Then this might be two-part. For Purtle-Guinea 3, what is the distinction here between the highlighted text and...
I'm trying to come up with some sort of way to clamp down on theft and things like that. That's why the shopkeeper came in earlier or whatever, but the city keeps wanting to sort of be nice to lawbreakers, things like that. So they're trying to pretend like they're doing something, but we'll see if they can actually do something. Did it only just end the stream? I think he might have. That's always Hannah's on the bottom of the screen there, I think. We'll double check later, see what's going on over here.
From Unscripted Chronicle. Okay, yep. That's where I'm like, I know that name. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the chat and watching from Fat Patriots chat. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's why he made you with your chromosomes and your internal plumbing. And he made Ben.
Yeah, he's trying to get a sticker from that guy.
Well, you don't want that custom stuff's going to talk to bars of fentanyl and being nailed out of all excuses this whole time. Why you don't want to talk to me? And now all of a sudden you're going to say, oh, because you're in a rent. No, Mama, you don't want to talk, bro. So I'm going to talk that shit. Right? I get it. Yep. What's that mean? Knee-jerk reaction. What does that mean?
Because I don't want to see my children indoctrinated.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking what it means.
And how have they been indoctrinated? Because they go to school.
Can I have a sticker? Come on, bro. Let me get a sticker.
Yes.
I'll say this forever, bro. I'll remember this day for the rest of my life.
The smartest men.
We did it in the stream yet?
I would keep it forever, bro.
Your name is still on here? I don't see here.
I will be happier than happy.
Some of the free thinkers in this world.
No, it's not frustrating. It's just kind of fun. Just a bigger memory.
Well, the name's still going. No, wait, that was earlier. Oh, yeah, he is still going.
When you speak,
Really?
They might have right flags in the
that just makes me feel like you're alive.
It's promoting an ideology. No, it's promoting an ideology. I think it is.
And agree to disagree, Scuba. When you've been talking to somebody for 30 minutes about the same subject,
I do. But it's not for me to judge. I'm not the judge. No.
when you're talking to somebody for 30 minutes or more about the same trans issue or something like that, and she's not budging on her opinion there, all you can do is plant a seed. Thank you. Have a nice day. Very simple. Agree to disagree. Don't force your opinion on her, especially with that ear thing in her ear.
I'll tell you this, I'm glad you brought that up. Because at what point can you sexualize a child?
You can't sexualize a child.
But they do.
No, they don't.
How many little boys do they dress in dresses and say they're?
But why does that matter?
Because they have no idea.
It's wearing a dress
It turns that way, yes. It does. If you want to dress them up and tell them they're perfect, it turns into that. That's what I mean. No, it doesn't. You're affirming a trans ideology.
Oh, is Rick trolling again? I did earlier. It might be wearing off now or something like that, but yeah, I did. I don't take cough drops, no. Like, I took the Safeway version of Dayquil.
Right.
Oh, come on, man. You can't come out here with some pussy out like that. You're going to come out here and be loud. You're going to come out and be homophobic, be transphobic. Say it with your full chest, Tommy. I can say it with my full chest, Mr. Butthead, man. Oh, look, it's a man with tits. Not a man with cha-chas. With cha-chas. We found a mentally ill man. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. These fucking Nazis. We got the mental illness in the house. Fuck you, Nazis. We got the mental illness in the house. What are you dressed up for? What are you cosplaying as? What are you cosplaying as? Look at you dressed up. That's not even a fucking rated bag. God, man. Hey, deport every illegal. Get them the fuck out.
Thank you. Right, thank you. You're good.
God, man. Hey, everybody.
Onion, melon, honey, corn, water over it. Yeah, that's just weird.
Deport every illegal. Get them the fuck out. We We don't want illegal. We got some trans testicles over here. We got some trans testicles over here. How long have you been mentally ill? You're not a woman. You're not a fucking woman. You never will be, bro. You'll never be a woman. You'll always be a mentally ill man. Oh, you got a gun. Look. Oh. Trans women are not men. Trans women are not women.
What about you? The only thing, I bet you can't even beat your fucking meat, son.
Oh, you're so
How
weird.
about all those trans shooters? You can't do shit. What about what? Hey, you want me to be the next one? I'll be the next one. I'll be the next one.
We know.
We know. He's threatening to kill me with the gun. Yeah, I'll be the next one.
He has a gun behind him.
Yeah, I do. I do. Welcome to Vancouver.
Mentally ill men should not have guns. Mentally ill men that think that women should not have guns.
Welcome to Vancouver, motherfucker. Welcome. Glad to have you here. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. You're not welcome.
You're not welcome. This is public property. We ain't going no fucking where.
You gonna go
God
swimming?
bless Donald
You
Trump.
gonna go swimming? You did your little baby goggles? What do you got your goggles
We got
on
an angry
for?
trans.
Huh? What do you got your goggles on for?
We got an angry trans.
That's a cute little, what's that rated for? Crayon?
Because we know how violent you people are.
Is that rated for
We know
Play-Doh?
how
You guys are violent. Fuck
We know how violent you
The only one with an assault charge for hitting women is you.
I don't have no assault charges, you dumbass.
Your
A
woman
man is not a
piece of
woman, you
shit.
genius.
You tiny, small, big mouth woman pushing motherfucker.
Men cannot become women, bro. Men cannot become women.
Welcome to
I
Vancouver.
don't care what you identify as. You'll never be a
Welcome
woman.
to Vancouver, Nazi pussies. Welcome. Yeah.
One interesting thing about this is that Pam is doing a space right now. Normally, days like this, she gets a lot of attention from right wingers. Right now, there's only 15 people in her X space that she's saying right wingers are bad. It's only 15. Most of them are either watching Tommy or Ground Zero right now or something like that. So she's not getting that same attention.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But the illegals are. Did you know?
Yeah.
Trans women are men.
Goodwill. Did you know that you can?
Oh, look at that
right
truck.
now?
Ow, you're a woman.
You want to?
That's another.
If I had a fucking dollar, if I had a dollar for every conservative male that asked to call me fucking mommy on Grindr, I wouldn't have to be out here fucking with y'all.
trying to shame them?
Fucking
You would be
closet
trying to shame them,
homophobe
wouldn't you?
motherfucker.
You wouldn't be trying to shame them, would you? That's not who you are. Come on, be better.
My God. Is that all you got? Tell me I'm a mannequin. Come on.
Trans women are men.
What's it gonna be? Right pocket.
I tell you this. I tell you this. You wouldn't be the first conservative, white, straight man to ask to call me daddy.
Christian
You
man.
wouldn't be the
White
first
straight
one
Christian man. Don't forget the Christian part.
Stop
being a screaming white liberal part.
You. Fucking cow.
No, thank you. I'm
not
One,
gay.
2, 3,
No,
4.
thank you. I'm
4
not gay.
people harassing one guy.
You came up to us, you fucking idiot.
I'm talking about this person right here.
We weren't
Four of you
harassing him. We were talking to him.
Oh, like
Do you see his sign? It
Talking
says,
is not
"Let's
harassing.
talk."
All 7 people
Talking
on the
is not
line.
harassing.
All 7
His sign
people on the
says,
line.
let's talk. His sign says,
All
let's talk.
7 people saw it.
His sign literally says, let's talk.
All 7 saw it. And then
All
you come in
7
and then you come and harass
Careful,
this
don't break
fucking
that
young
lip
thing
wrist.
sitting over here. You come and harass this young thing. 4 big men. 4 big men. I
What is a man?
gotta ask.
What is a man?
What is the human centipede sequence when you 4 go back to the
Please explain. What is a man?
Which one is it? Who's the ass? Who's the ass? And who's the mouth? You 4 go back to
What is a woman?
You guys went to
Let's just go to the Portland Council meeting here.
Actually effective and amend Code Chapter 14B60. In an anti-violence movement that faces so much pushback because of a violent industry's profitability, it is the least that can be done. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Violent industries profitability.
Robin Miller is joining us online.
Mr. President, I apologize. Representative Tran is available to testify remotely, and we We normally often give electeds a privilege to testify early. So after the next witness, I would ask that we go to her.
I would be happy to have Representative Tran after Robin finishes hers.
Hi. Thank you. Hi, my name is Robin Miller. I'm here tonight as a survivor of commercial sexual exploitation or prostitution. And I'm here to speak in support of Portland City Code 14B.60. This ordinance isn't just necessary, it is lawful and it is long overdue. I'm not speaking in theory, I'm speaking from lived experience. I was bought and sold on 82nd Avenue in Portland. I was raped on 82nd. I was beaten. I lived under constant control and threat. I was moved up and down 82nd through motels, places where everyone knew what was happening and where no one intervened. These motels were not just and are not just neutral spaces. They're hubs of exploitation and they're places where my life was at risk. And I'm also an advocate and I've been serving victims and survivors of trafficking for 12 years, countless, and I would say the same for them. So when we talk about nuisance properties, let's be honest about what that means. We're talking about locations where exploitation is allowed to flourish, where systems fail to interrupt violence, and that violence is predictable, patterned, and preventable. I often hear, we keep hearing this argument that it's going to, passing this ordinance will push the sex trade somewhere else, somewhere more dangerous. And I'm wondering, I can't figure it out. Where is this somewhere else? Where is this more dangerous place? More dangerous than being trafficked in plain sight in known locations where violence is normalized and profits are protected. More dangerous than motels where buyers come and go all night, where women are isolated behind closed doors and where no one is accountable. The reality is exploitation already happens in dangerous places. This ordinance does not create danger, it disrupts it, the conditions that allow it to continue to go unchecked. What this ordinance does is create accountability. It says that property owners and those connected with the spaces cannot keep ignoring repeated harm. It gives the city a tool to intervene when patterns of exploitation are clearly established. Let's be clear, doing nothing is not neutral. Doing nothing protects the status quo, and the status quo is violence. 1 second. You guys, I'm shaking. I don't ever shake like this. This ordinance will not solve everything, but it's a step toward interrupting systems that have allowed people like me to be hurt and the people I serve to be hurt over and over and over again in the same locations with no consequence. I stood out above a hotel lobby in the 90s after a man tried to kill me. I ran from the room without my clothes on and screamed fire, 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 because I knew no one would come if I screamed rape or help me. The owners of the motel or the managers came out and they saw me and they looked at me. The man left, but they did nothing. I see women and girls coming out of the same motel today when I'm driving on that street. Portland has an opportunity to act, to say that repeated exploitation is not acceptable and not invisible.
Thank you so much for your testimony. And Representative Tran, please go ahead.
Good evening, Council President Dunphy, Council Vice President Clark, and members of the Council. For the record, I am State Representative Thuy Tran from House District 45. I represent the student of McDaniel High School and the residents of Sumner, Park Rose, Roseway, and Madison South neighborhood. I come here today to stand with human trafficking advocates from across our city who are demanding that we finally stop looking the other way. This month, the Oregon...
I don't think she said that the way she meant to say that. Stand with human trafficking advocates. Not the best way to say it.
This state level work is a direct response to the incredible activism of survivors who are now fighting for the freedom of others. During our committee hearing, a survivor shared a haunting story of being repeatedly assaulted and purchased in full view of the staff at the hotel near McDaniel High School. This hotel is still in business today on Northeast 82nd Avenue. We must be better leaders for our children, both for those being trafficked and for those who simply want to walk to school without witnessing human rights violations. The legislation we passed.
If that's in your district, you know how you can do something about it? with your oversight and things like that, you can actually do something about it directly.
Own backyard. To be clear, this nuisance code update is not a magic wand that will solve every facet of human trafficking. It is a surgical tool. It is designed to address blatant, violent, illicit activity, crimes that often involve minors, by holding property owners accountable for what they allow to happen under their roofs and very close to their property. I want to directly address the concern regarding equity and potential overreach. This is not an attack on hotel owners, nor is it intended to displace the housing insecure or target consensual sex worker. I recognize these questions of whether it could be used to target minority-owned businesses. Every law carries the potential for misuse. However, the mechanism
They're worried about the business owner's color.
focus vital legislation as I believe this is. This mechanism is you, the council. It is your staff. It is the mayor. It is the police
We want to go after the business owner, unless they're black.
constituents and those that might be speaking in
Hispanic.
opposition today. It is our collective responsibility to ensure this tool is never used to unfairly target the vulnerable. We cannot let a hypothetical risk prevent us from taking necessary steps to rescue those being trafficked in our city today. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative.
Next time, speak from the heart.
See if Holly Brown is here, Kanan Patel, Adam Skiles.
Welcome.
Myself, Kanan Patel. I am one of the business owner on Sandy Boulevard. I am a motel owner. So one of the biggest problem we are challenging as of now is drugs and prostitution. Is drugs and prostitution. On reporting police frequently about the stuffs happening are in the property or outside the property. So we really get a good help from police. But when they are arrested, they get back out from the jail and the cycle is on and on. So we really need a help to cut off that cycle. So when a prostitute or a drug dealer is arrested, they come back out of the jail and they are still back in this area. So the crime rate is never going down. The crime rate is always going up and up.
Consequences.
As a mom of 2 kids, I never let my kids to walk on the streets on Sandy Boulevard. I used to take my kids away from Sandy Boulevard or 82nd Avenue. I'm even scared to walk in the parks on Sandy Boulevard. One of the incidents happened with me last year was I was walking along with my 6-month child on the Sandy Boulevard. Some of the people, homeless people, they use like some knives and guns. Because I was like, what is the reason of doing that? And the statement they gave me was, so you call the police on one of our friend who was dealing drugs outside your property. So we are gonna shoot your child. So I was like yelling, I need help, I need help. Some of the people gathered around me and they helped me to move around, to move my house. So it's a big challenge. We are fighting as a small business owners. We run property along with the families. I never let my child a lot of time to stay with me. I used to leave them with my in-laws because it gets harder for us to pay the bills. My daughter, there was a recently shooting in my property last month. So the questions come here is, they are not usually the people staying in our property. So during night time, they come walk in the properties and they does a lot of stuff that is inappropriate. We are scared to walk outside to pull the people out. So we really need some security on Sandy Boulevard, especially at night times. We are always happy to help Portland police if they need any tips from us regarding prostitution and drug dealing. Lot of people like they comes, and whenever we ask them, they are like, we are helping people not in the property but outside the property. I used to counsel a lot of prostitutes walking on the side, and I feel proud on me that I cleared up one prostitute and I sent her to work as an Amazon. I paid a lot of stuff for her. She went to detox. She got a good lady. She got her kids back, and she owns the apartment on Sandy Boulevard, but she is clean. She got her daughter back, and she's working on Amazon and 2 others jobs.
Thank you.
So I feel proud on myself. At least I try to change one of the life.
Good job, lady. Good job.
Still working on that part, but I really need help.
Thank you.
Well said. Well said.
Testimony.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Emi Koyama, Tommy Jarvis, Loretta Guzman, Zachary Lauritsen,
A lot of people speaking.
Hannah Lewis. Go ahead and come up to the table. You can state your name for the record and begin your testimony. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Loretta Guzman. I'm a small business owner here in the city of Portland, and I was also raised here. I think when I originally first read this, what was coming before you guys, there was like so much, but I'm glad to hear that everybody is like putting input.
Interesting. Let's go. What's going on?
Dreams, but you don't know it's one thing, no man. All by himself,
Bad audio, Tommy.
Transformally Supreme Leader. Lemonade is dead. He died like a dog. They did a lot of shooting and they did a lot of blasting. Even not going through the front door. You know, you think he'd go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in? I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you.
We'll do their time. We'll just turn it into a dance party.
Formally Supreme Leader. Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. He died like a dog. He did a lot of shooting and they did a lot of blasting. He did not go in through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in? I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom.
Yeah, they took it, but I guess he cracked his phone and bold and heroic. And then they all had to say, he's with us.
Back to this.
And you guys will see me more. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony.
Emmy is joining us online.
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Emi Koyama, and no relation to Council Koyama Lane, but I'm happy about the Minoru Yasui proclamation earlier. I'm a survivor who has been on the 82nd Avenue many years ago and longtime advocate for survivors, people who live and work.
And Tommy usually plays a video or whatever with Trump in the background off of his speaker when he's going to different events like this. So he was playing some Trump song or something like that.
I oppose the expansion of current nuisance property ordinance, especially in the name of preventing and interrupting exploitation and abuse within the sex trade, because it displaces people in activities that community considers nuisance, rather than addressing underlying social or economic conditions that lead to vulnerabilities and abuse. People engage in sex trade under varying and oscillating combinations of choice, coordinated circumstances. Public policies must respect.
Oh yeah, the Goonies and among
choices,
others. Yeah.
Fight coercion, and vastly improve circumstances so that everyone in sex trade, regardless
Yeah,
of
he
one
does. He
entity
likes to do
or
that
how
kind of
much
stuff.
power they currently exercise, can benefit from greater freedom and safety. The proposal before you does none of that. In fact, it does the opposite. It pushes certain people and activities further underground, displacing, isolating, and endangering people who are already vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. From the street sweeps to Backpage.com shutdown to motel and strip clubs closures, displacement without addressing the root causes always result in additional harms to the most marginalized. Last summer, Seattle expanded its own chronic nuisance property law, and
most people on both sides of this issue about going after the motel owners, they keep it up. They both use the leftist language, marginalized people, they're going to be marginalized. They just kind of like, who's got the most impressive language when they talk about the most marginalized among us.
Of Seattle City Council to penalize businesses for saving lives by reporting an overdose, but this is a textbook example of unintended consequences. The WWII amendment comes close to addressing this particular harm, but does not actually provide relief because seeking medical emergency assistance in good faith is not included. Nobody in Seattle foresaw that expanding chronic nuisance property ordinance might discourage businesses from calling for medical assistance and possibly cause delay in assistance and increase preventable death. But here in Portland, we're telling you right now that the likely detrimental consequence of enacting this ordinance on the safety and lives of people in the sex trade. Please scrap this legislation now and start over with a broader group of stakeholders to enact the policies that respect choice, fight coercion, and radically transform social and economic circumstances and conditions.
There's a lot of
vulnerabilities. Thank you very
stuff
much.
back in the day when with the
Thank you so much for your
different
testimony
ethnic
tonight.
groups and things like that. That Portland was not.
Zachary is joining us online.
It kind of tells you the Democrats have been in charge for hundreds of years in Portland. Basically, is who are the racists? Not the Republicans.
Since property code. In my role at Oregon Walks, I do a lot of organizing along 82nd Avenue. And over the years, we've really developed a community vision for 82nd.
Yep, they like that.
It's transit rich, it's housing rich, spine.
Let's go back to the Tommy Boy thing or something here. Around zero anyway.
No evidence of anything sexual. He's the one that turned Epstein into the FBI, you genius. Why was Biden hiding the files? Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. If Trump was in the files, you don't think Biden would have released them a long fucking time ago, you genius? Fuck every single one of them. He's got your problem. You like to bow down to certain men. I don't bow down to nobody. Bullshit. You're wearing another man's catchphrase. Oh, you're wearing another man's catchphrase.
Christ is king. Trump is your president. Two facts.
I mean, sir, sorry, I didn't misgender you, sir. You do bow down. You bow down. Trump 2028. King Trump. Trump until he dies.
Look what you did, sir. You caused a whole scene. How do you feel about that? Tell me more. Tell me more.
That's why, because you don't have anything of your own. You don't either. You're trying to
build
There's
something.
a lot of tunnels in some big cities.
Contribute to society.
A lot of big cities have tunnels. Seattle, I think Portland sort of does. San Francisco definitely does. Oriental tunnels or whatever. Other big cities, Indiana, evidently, but a lot of East Coast areas, kind of that Mason-Dixon line area. I would imagine there's a lot of tunnels over there still from the Civil War times. Things like that.
Mental case over here. We found a man with a beard with cha-chas.
That's okay.
All you want to do is talk about my private.
It would have come up anyway, trust me. Because they always like to say how hung they are.
There's a child there. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I can't give opinions about right-wingers, but if I could give opinions about right-wingers, I would definitely give some about scuba. But I'm a nice guy.
Show some decorum. Can I have a sticker, bro? Let me get a sticker, bro. Nick Fuentes. Bro, I just told you fuck Nazis, so fuck him too. You know who Nick Fuentes is? Boy, Nick. Bro, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Bro, it's like some fucking 4chan incel meltdown that's epidemic. Yes, you do. No. Yes, you do. No. Yes, Nick Fuentes. Why do you simp over men? Why do you simp over men? I just asked if you know.
I'm gonna have to run and grab my battery pack.
I know. I don't think so. It's already. Oh, I don't know. I got
You.
17%.
Come up with something creative, original. Be part of a movement.
I didn't think we were going to be out here this long.
Be something.
Has occurred through the public testimony process. This first was brought to us back in January, and I thought we were voting in January, but here we are in March and continuing the discussion.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, really?
A point that was brought up earlier was the change to the number of instances in 90 days. And I'm curious around that because gun violence and trafficking tonight is being referred to as a nuisance, but it's really so much more than that. So when we have this history of issues happening at a property and then all of a sudden there's gun violence or we confirm trafficking, is that weighted heavier? Just a question I have. Removing loitering, I think, is a win for those that are consensually out there in the sex work industry. At every one of our community meetings where the human trafficking unit presents, it's really interesting. The audience ends up turning their attention more towards the buyers than the women. So is there an opportunity to call for tougher consequences along the lines of loitering, but maybe it looks more like repeat offenses? We've also heard from some really great business owners. Miss Patel, very impressed to hear from her. Loretta Guzman as well. And we see those business owners being listened to tonight. I want to talk about an experience I've had in the Sumner neighborhood with the Quality Inn. This goes back to delivering notice to a property owner where I personally tried to reach that hotel before I was really plugged into my neighborhood association or city council and how it all works. And it went unanswered. So is there an opportunity to hold the property owner accountable for being contactable, and how many owners work in their businesses, train their staff, know how to support their staff with this nuance? And then just to add on to Rep. Tran's statement, for students, it's more than witnessing this. It's more than living among this. It's the fact that they are walking to school and they have a car slowly pull up to them and want to know their price. How can students respond to that? Just want to say thank you for your time and thank you for this process.
Thank you very much, Hannah.
Okay, next up, well, actually, let me check to see if Tommy Jarvis is here. Our last testifier is Tiliana Linseth, joining us online.
Interesting.
Welcome. Please go ahead.
Hi. Well, my name is Teal. Some of you guys have seen me. I go by Teal, but some of you guys have seen me in council. Sorry, my baby.
What's going on over here? So here.
Shit every day is not doing shit.
Sad, emotionally crippled men. Get paid. I'm getting paid right now because of you. That's good. Maybe you can move out. Where's the super chat? Maybe you can move out that. Yep, that's the plan. Talking all that shit. Tommy doesn't want immigrants getting benefits. No, they don't illegal aliens. Get the fuck out. No more tax dollars. No illegal aliens. Promise that. No more tax dollars.
Yeah, the one that looks like he's changing in front of us.
I'm not an illegal alien, you dumbass. Oh, Tommy, can we go 5 seconds? I'm not an illegal alien.
Do you use vertical?
What about taking on all of you? What about your mom taking on 4 men? Get the fuck out of here.
God bless ICE! God bless ICE! Deport every illegal! Get them the fuck out! We don't want illegals taking tax dollars! God bless ICE! Deport every illegal! Get them the fuck out! We don't want illegals taking tax dollars!
I think he's just putting it on repeat on his thing there as he's doing his thing down there. There's not a whole lot else happening here, guys. So as soon as those guys are done there, I'm not sure if they're going to vote on this other thing that's going on here. Portland Andy on the screen there. It's probably more interesting than the other stuff there, whatever they're talking about there. card game of some sort. He's thinking about going into the X space over here, but there's Pam being Pam over there on that into things there. Not a whole lot happening there. And he's probably getting ready to end his thing here. One of his buddies just walked away. Let's see if she's saying anything smart here.
Consensual sex workers included in the conversation. If you're voting yes on this, then you should think about working to make consensual sex workers safe, as well as decriminalizing sex work and step towards working towards that. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope that when you guys vote yes on this, that you guys are thinking about consensual sex workers in the community that can be harmed by specific words. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony tonight.
They get a new name for the P word, right?
Give us a 10-minute bathroom break. We will be back here at 8:10.
Okay, you guys have a good time in the bathroom there. Let's see, let's go back on. It's Tommy, I guess.
This is a Christian nation and it's going to stay that way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, don't let your friends hear you. English is...
This is a Christian nation and it's going to stay that way.
We got G.I. Joe over here, Cobra.
Yes, I want English. That's one for English. That's one for English.
That's like
They want to get rid of ICE altogether.
like Lincoln days, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing about ICE is, right, they want to end it completely. So, yeah, so
Deportation.
yeah, deportation. So it would be like open borders. Anybody can come in. Yeah,
Send
but
him back. Somebody else is gonna come across now.
I get that. But I mean, even when Obama deported more illegals than anybody.
Why they put the wall up?
What's that?
Because that oil leak in the Gulf.
A what?
The oil leak in the Gulf.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago, back in 2020.
The Valdez.
No,
Or that was in Alaska. I can't remember, but I know.
We were mining oil out there in the Gulf, and the rig wasn't there no more, but it's still floating about.
We're gonna try to not spy, but see what Pam Space is doing here. Hold on here. Here's give you audio in the background. Maybe I'll put it on the screen here, but it's just one of those X spaces, you know. See what she's saying here. We got Patrick's in there too.
Pass laws that are permanent like Congress can. And we all have a lot of complaints going on, but it's for Congress to change the laws.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. That's why we're trying to win the midterms back, is so that way we can actually get some of that stuff in, like tax policies that are going to be permanent, as opposed to temporary stuff he put in and actually shift the tax burden back towards the high earners like it used to be. And I see Gus and Missy, you have your hands up. I think Gus hasn't been in here for a little bit. So we'll go Gus first and then Missy.
How you doing tonight, Mega Granny? Good to see you here. I saw you down there at the Portland Ice facility there that you went to over the weekend. And I know you're always saying that the right is the violent ones and there's no violence down there at ICE. Well, you know the guy Pretend Media? Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was doing something.
Yep, I know Nathan. What's up?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, Nathan got attacked by a left-winger tonight.
Ooh, did he?
Did you know that?
Pretend Media got attacked?
Yep, he got attacked by a black fella over there right in front of inflation, deflation, the inflation.
Wait. So you're assuming that it was someone on the left because they were black? I hate to break it to you, but a lot of the black people that shut down the ICE facility are actually on the right.
Okay, you can like chill out a little bit there.
I am chill.
He's
You're
left.
projecting there.
No, I'm not projecting. I'm not projecting. Watch the video. He lives with the balcony lady in the building. He said he thought Nathan was a right winger. He was trying to attack a right winger. The video.
The residents know who Nathan is.
Okay, well, watch the video. The video's in the comments there.
Ooh, is it really?
I put the link. The video's there. I put the receipt there, and you can see a picture of him too.
I'm going to see this too. I'm curious.
So I'm just wondering what you think about a left winger attacking someone that's
Yeah, he
thought
is
was a right
PDX.
winger.
He's supposed to be on our side, but gotta be more of the story. I don't have to look into it.
Watch
That's
the
all-
video.
See what
Joe,
happened there.
there's nothing to look into.
Well, you
Just watch
see
the
it.
video.
I put the video in there. You can watch it. It's less than 2 minutes.
Who's
I'll
supposed
actually
to
just
be on
ask Nathan, since I know Nathan personally, yes.
PDX? Who Pam said he's supposed to be on our side, but I don't know about that because recently or something. Pretend media.
Gus is saying something happened tonight where Nathan got attacked. We'll actually have to talk to Nathan personally and see what happened.
No, I'm asking for clarification. I don't know who Pam was talking about when she said he used to be on our side.
No, I don't know what she's saying specifically. I think she's referring to the person that she saw in the post.
Well, she's here. She can explain herself who she was talking about.
Yes, I said, yes, I recognize him, that he's
Who?
on the left.
The guy that attacked Nathan?
To find out. Pretend Media is a live streamer that I support 100%. He's very non-confrontational. He doesn't bother anybody. He just
Agree.
videotapes.
Yep, that's exactly it. But he was attacked because that fellow that attacked him thought he was a right winger. So you see on the left, the violent left. You say there's no violence down there. It just happened an hour ago. Another violent act by the ICE facility. I just wanted to make you aware of it, and I brought the receipts. You
An
can
hour
look at the
ago.
video. It's less than 2 minutes.
She won't look at
That was
receipts.
right as he got there.
I've
You
had
see
my
it?
suspicions. I've had my suspicions. Because
What are
people
that?
come, there are bad actors, and they'll come in acting like they're on the left, and they're actually on the right, and they
Well,
set this
how did
shit
she
up.
twist it
I
like
know
this?
about it.
This
I've
guy
learned.
lives in the building. He lives with balcony lady in
Well,
the
let me.
building.
Well, Gus, okay. I'm
You have
not
the
saying
chance.
the left are not violent at all. I never said that. I said
Yes,
the
you did.
majority. We got bad apples on both sides, is what I said. So repeat what I said again. Don't put
Well, I've
words in my
never.
mouth.
I didn't. I
Yes, I
don't think
have.
I ever heard you say. I haven't
Well,
heard
Gus,
it. That's all. Okay.
I shared how True Black Bloc, why I was impressed. They went to somebody that knocked somebody's phone out and told them not to do that. And I like that because that was what I'm there. If you're doing something like that, that's not okay. You don't go knocking anybody's phone out.
Pam, you
I've said
always,
this many times.
you're always saying that the violence.
And I'm checking in with Nathan
Oh,
right now.
oh, he's got a fan club there, I
Sorry.
guess.
Pam, you're always saying that the violence is coming from the right. Always.
I get booted? Not booted, but let me see here.
The majority of it is, it's a setup. They're down there, they're peacefully protesting. They come around them, they start talking the way they do, and it upsets people. And people sometimes are not all people know how to. I have a skill of 1 to 10. When I'm at a 4, I walk away. I know how to control my emotions. Some people are
She might be
not.
drunk. I don't
They
know.
know it, and they trigger them on
Could
purpose
be. Could
to
be.
get them angry. I don't see protesters going to them and starting anything,
Okay,
but they're always coming to us and starting the shit.
but
Why
Gus
is
was
it
brought
always
in
the
the receipt, the
Patriot
video,
Corner?
and instead of you saying, "Let me go and look at it," and then coming back if it's true what Gus is saying and saying, "Oh my God, that's horrible," and I can't,
She won't look at
I
receipts.
definitely am saying that's wrong,
She won't
even
look
though
at
they're on
receipts.
the
She's
left.
just
The
most
first thing you said was
hypocritical
like,
person out there.
I don't know, I don't believe it. Like, no, wrong is wrong, right is right. If that shows what he's saying,
I can't say anything until I know. Just give me a minute. I'm in the middle of eating too. So just hold on, dear.
well, I have no way of knowing that you're in the middle of eating honey.
These people. Tommy's still doing
Children,
something.
don't make me turn this bus around. Just kidding.
So what do we know, Gus? What happened? Do you know what happened?
Yeah, the guy attacked him. Knocked his phone out of
Is he hurt?
his brand new phone.
Is he?
He's been waiting to get that phone.
Is he hurt?
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking.
Nathan is fine.
This
So the phone got knocked down. The phone is fine.
guy just interrupts.
Because I'm actually talking with Nathan right now and I'm answering Pam's question. I'm the co-host, so shut up. So Pam,
Man, you act just like you do down there in front of
you know what,
Tommy.
Gus? You can spend some time actually not talking right now.
Just a minute,
Okay,
Gus.
buddy.
Just a minute, Gus. Just hold on, sweet.
Silence.
Nah, he's not going to talk for a little bit.
Hey,
He can come back up later.
don't put
No, I didn't-
somebody down without me.
No, I didn't kick him.
I
didn't kick
I
him.
want you to ask me first, though. Okay.
You just
I
think
am
he's
the
lost.
host here.
But the thing is, I was answering your question, and then he interrupted me and accused me of it.
Well,
the question
let me
was to
handle that
Gus.
sometimes. Okay. Go ahead. Tell me what's happening.
So what's going on, Pam, is Nathan actually, he's fine. The phone got knocked down and stuff. It's a guy that lives over at Gray's Landing who thought he was definitely MAGA. And he explained the whole thing. He apologized to Nathan. He mistook who he was. He thought he was one of the MAGA guys. And he's just had enough of the racial slurs and stuff that they've been hurling up at that apartment and the stuff that they've been tossing up at the apartment. He thought Nathan was one of them that he recognized, and so he came down and they got into an altercation.
Is Nathan okay?
Yeah, Nathan is just fine. He's still out there streaming right now. He's doing fine. And it looks like his phone is probably fine too. He just got a new phone and he's checking it over, but I think the phone is fine too. He's going to double check it later, but it doesn't seem like anything's wrong with it because it's still working for streaming.
Anyway, I just want to pop in on that thing there. Let's go back to city council here.
When it was in committee, because I wanted to make sure that the people most likely to be impacted, particularly members of the sex worker community, were meaningfully included in the conversation. I appreciate that outreach occurred and that amendments were made.
They're crazy. They're down there.
But I'm
They're
still
crazy.
hearing from community members who remain deeply concerned about the impacts. And so I want to take those concerns seriously and ask a couple of questions to get to the heart of that. So, and I don't know who will answer some of these. I see there's people in the audience. I'm assuming Councilor Novik, you have like staff
Someone
that
love,
are
yeah.
available to answer technical questions.
Never
Yes?
was.
Yes. Okay, sounds good.
Was Seattle here that said that?
Let's start here. So we have heard that this policy is intended to focus on buyers, not victims. So I was wondering if someone could explain how that distinction is operationalized in practice, especially when enforcement is tied to place-based nuisance designations.
Councilor Avalos, thank you for that question. I'll try to answer it as best I can because I think enforcement with chronic nuisance is a little different than enforcement for criminal investigations, but they go hand in hand. And so as of, I would say, roughly around 2012,
in their front
law
stream
enforcement
finally?
and prosecutors'
Like they did.
offices, especially in the Portland area, in Multnomah County area, decided not to arrest or charge victims of trafficking, any sellers. And so the focus of investigations, of enforcement, of missions has been specifically towards reducing demand, because we know economics, you reduce demand, you reduce trafficking, as well as looking into the people behind the scenes who are forcing individuals, victims, manipulating, controlling them to engage in this work. And so we've been focusing on buyers and traffickers. 100% of victims that are victims in significant trafficking cases, when they're contacted, say, I chose to do this, I don't have a trafficker, I am an independent sex worker. 100% of those individuals say that.
Independent.
And so although I think theoretically it's easy to say that there's a difference between someone who's a sex worker and someone who's being trafficked, reality is that all victims of trafficking are groomed and told and taught to say that they are independent, that there's no one behind the scenes running them, and that the details of trafficking, when you look at the details of the violence, the homicide rate, the horrible things that I hear on a daily basis, that is at the very least a lack of choices, and most likely because someone is forcing them to do that.
I just want to know your take on how. Okay, I don't think that answered the question, but I'm going to move on. So my next question is, this ordinance still relies heavily on police reports and probable cause determination. So in communities, particularly in East Portland, where people may be reluctant to engage with law enforcement due to immigration concerns or prior experiences, how are we ensuring that this is not silencing victims or discouraging reporting?
Yes, human trafficking is one of those, Counselor Avalos, human trafficking is one of those crimes that very few people come forward on their own. There's a lot of proactive investigations that go on. What I will say is probable cause is a standard in which warrants are, used to apply to search homes, the residents. Probable cause is the standard for.
Let's watch a little of this her Patriot Voice thing over here real quick, guys. I think it's kind of a cool thing here, in my opinion here. I'm going to move her to the top on that one there. Hold on. I got to do this thing here where I do this, and then I do this. Yeah, just having it on the top is better, easier for you guys to see. 1 second. Right there. Move that to the top. Move this to the bottom. Figure something else to do down there. There you go.
But it could also be a gender, so.
Okay. Explain to me what that means.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good with words.
How do we differentiate between a man and a woman?
I don't know.
Is it her body or is it another little body inside of her?
I guess it really depends on how you see it.
What does science say?
I don't know. I haven't done that research.
It's super simple. It's not a trick question.
Yeah.
Chromosomes?
Chromosomes? Yes.
Yes. Hey guys, it's Savannah with Her Patriot Voice. Today we are in very rainy, very cold Portland, Oregon. One of my favorite places, despite how crazy it is.
Oh, this is so cool. She was in Portland here. Pause. She was hanging out with Dave Medina, I believe, or one of the governor. I think it was him. It probably was him. Candidates and everything. So, and then she wanted to do a stream while she was here. Ooh, around Portland State University. Interesting.
How they're celebrating. We're going to ask people today if they think that America is a good place for women or a bad place for women, and then comparing it to what's going on for women in the Iranian regime. So we have some people coming up now. Hope you guys enjoy.
I see it, Gary. I see how you are. You're probably hanging out with Tommy or somebody like that. Godfrey's. Who was hanging out with Tommy Boy or one of the other guys? Ground Zero. Who was hanging out over there? I see how you guys are. You don't want to hang out with your buddy, Mr. Bill here. You want to hang out with the big cheeses, not the little cheeses. Okay, I see how it is. You're good, guys. Just checking.
Enjoyed this video. Don't forget to support my work at blacklineguardianfund.com so I can continue to have my lovely security come out and protect me.
I've worked with people that have done programs for like 2 years or like a year. I don't think it's necessary. It's not necessary at all.
Let's go. I didn't know it was women.
You can say I sound worse. You guys weren't even watching. You guys are being mean to me. No, I'm not worse. I'm getting better. Feeling a little bit better anyway. Just runny nose, maybe.
Women's History Month. It is.
At all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're celebrating women. I just want to know your take on how America is for women.
A negative one right now, I'd want to say.
Negative one?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think are the biggest threats that women face in our country?
Well, I just think it's honestly white men wanting to control our bodies. I think.
Wasn't it like 7 or 9 white men that allowed you to control your bodies? Roe versus Wade, pretty sure.
I think a lot of men just want to have that patriarchic control over women. And that seems like it's the biggest threat to me. I'm not like really up to date on what's going on a whole lot, but that just is the vibe I'm getting.
How do you guys celebrate women?
Personally, just tell them that they're loved, I guess.
I love that.
I cherish like every single woman in my life, like my mom, like all the friends I have that are women. I just cherish them and cherish the time I have with them.
It's beautiful. What about you guys?
I really appreciate my mom and everything she's done for me.
Now, what is a woman?
Well, I guess mostly just a scientific, but it could also be a gender, so.
Okay. Explain to me what that means.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good with words.
Are you aware of all of the protests?
It sounds like you're using his words just fine.
things that are happening surrounding Iran lately?
I'm not, actually.
Okay. Yeah, well, recently Donald Trump, are you a big fan of him?
No.
Well, he took out the leader of the Iranian regime, and a lot of women especially were celebrating in Iran and around big cities like New York, LA, because women are very, very oppressed in Iran.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that?
I was aware of that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like listing off a couple of things today that women in Iran cannot do that women in America can do. So one of those big things is if you're a man in Iran, you can have up to 4 wives, but if you're a woman, you can only have 1 husband. Women can get a divorce in court while a man can get a divorce by simply stating it verbally anywhere. And women can't even check into a hotel by themselves.
That's in Iran?
Yes. So if you're rating America as a negative out of 10, what do you rate Iran?
Like a negative 100. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had no idea about that.
Is you're not educated
against what Trump did, which I think is really interesting because the Iranians are celebrating.
Yeah, I mean, that is an interesting take to think, but I mean, that's a big thought.
The biggest thing I'd say, the threat.
We're for human rights, human rights, human rights. Trump did things to help human rights. Oh, no, Trump bad. Trump can't do good.
Of the Iranian regime is that they've actually lowered the age of consent to 9.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. So all those things that I listed, I mean, we don't have those going on in America, right? So would you say like maybe America's a little bit better than Iran?
I'd say America's a little bit better than what's going on over there.
Yeah. All right. Well, great. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day and stay dry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll try. You too.
What about you? What is a woman?
I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, yeah.
Is it like a hard question?
No, it's just like, I mean, everyone's different in their own way. So
how do you know if someone's a woman opposed to being a man?
I mean, scientifically, they're born with what they're born with. But if you want to be something else, that's all you.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
I'm gonna be a frog.
She's a woman? Yeah, woman?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a frog. Okay, I'm gonna be a frog. Everybody, you guys have to call me a frog, right?
How do you know that I'm a woman?
I mean, are you a woman?
I am. So you're right. So we're asking people today to rank from 1 to 10 how America is for women.
Probably like a 3 or 4, 3.5 maybe.
All right. What do you think are the biggest threats facing women in the United States?
Certainly a lot of things for trans women right now with a bunch of anti-trans laws. Abortion care is being taken away in places along with access to birth control and just like misogyny and sex.
What anti-trans laws? What anti-trans laws? Waiting for it for adults. What anti-trans laws on adults? Waiting for it. Anybody? No, I'm not hearing it.
In everyday life.
Yeah. Why do you think some people don't group trans women into women?
I guess just not understanding what it's like, and I guess just kind of, maybe internalized sexism or misogyny, just not feeling like they're a woman enough. Mm-hmm. They don't understand what it's like to be a woman because they've been told what it's like to be a woman. They don't know what it's like for other people to know what it's like to be a woman without actually being born as one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck did that person just say?
So can you know what it's like to be a woman if you're not born as one?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And how is that? How do you know you're a woman?
I can't say anything because I'm not a trans woman, but I feel like you know something doesn't feel right. You don't feel like you are accepted as a man. You don't feel comfortable in those spaces. You feel more comfortable as a woman and being seen as a woman.
Are you guys aware of the stuff that's going on surrounding Iran?
Yeah.
And all the protests that have been happening lately? What are your thoughts on it?
I don't like it, but you know.
Yeah. How would you rate America for women on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's a scary place in my opinion, but.
So like a 1?
So,
hey guys.
Here is a before of my stomach before Sonobello, and this is after. This year, don't just lose weight.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
guys, make sure you're gonna follow her Patriot Voice out there since I'm using her content there. Give her a follow over there. Actually, I gotta change the title of this kind of thing here. Important City Council still going out, but this is different here. Let her patriot voice. Actually, get rid of the protests, I guess, technically. There you go. Now it's better. Back to this.
The Iranians are actually celebrating, not only in Iran, but also in major cities like New York, LA, Miami. They're celebrating the takedown of the Islamic regime. Yeah. Do you know what women are restricted from?
Not really. I try to stay out of it because I don't like hearing about it. It makes me sad.
Yeah, it definitely makes me sad too. Well, in Iran, the age of consent is 9. Women can't check into a hotel room by themselves. So a lot of the leftists have been protesting around the country, American leftists, against what Trump did. Why do you think that is, if like Iranians are happy about it? But
honestly, it's probably just because he's doing it.
Okay. Thank you for saying that.
I think I've seen you on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
I don't know. I don't follow a lot of people on Instagram.
That's totally okay. Yeah. What video did you see?
I've seen a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out like why American leftists are so upset about the Iranian people being liberated, you know, when this is what life is like for women.
Biggest question.
Yeah, biggest question for sure. I hope you stay dry and have a good day. Happy Women's Month. Well, you would say that trans women are women.
Oh, of course, absolutely, 100%.
So why do we put the trans in front of it if they're just women? Why don't we just call them women?
I guess just kind of to put that identification so that way they know who they are. But I mean, you don't have to say trans woman in front of women. It's just another identifier, as in like, I don't know, any other thing, like maybe a white woman, black woman, intersex, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the things that conservatives fight a lot for is keeping trans women out of biological women's spaces. Like they don't want them playing against biological men, you know, trans women that have been born as a man, because they're a lot of the time inherently stronger. What are your thoughts on that?
If you are taking HRT, then you are.
I need to get pause on that. Let's go back to the Portland City Council for a second here.
I can support the underlying, but I'm going to save my comments on why or where I'm at on that until we get past this vote. But I do appreciate the
voting on a motel. After motel owners that allow
the amendment. I think it's like 3
bad things happen in their motels.
That struck the explicit reference to solicitation of prostitution and just replaces it with the human trafficking citations to ORS. I forget exactly which one that is, but it's part of this.
When I say bad things happening into their motels, you guys know what I mean, right? I assume you do.
I think there are some other there's some other cleanup stuff that I think I heard that Councilor Pearl Guinea also laid on the table that was helpful relative to what came out of committee. So I'm going to support the amendment package, but I've got more to say on the underlying when we get to that stage in debate.
Yeah, Portland Andy, he's probably getting ready to be done here. See, we hadn't listened to him for a while.
It out for like an hour, but I haven't really said something.
Yeah, he does a lot of
He's probably walking home.
You got his shit lined up, boy. You know when someone wears a damn headlight, they're being business, bro. If you wear a headlight on your forehead, you mean business. You want us to play?
I'm sure you guys all follow Portland Andy if you're not already, of course.
It looks kind of like the guy, kind of.
I shouldn't have to give him a link on that one, should I?
I talked to you, bitch.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah, right.
You're still there. All right. Anyway, let's go back to this.
Are absolutely not stronger at all. It changes your muscle mass, your biological chemistry, and even then I don't think like there are certain aspects between like biological men and women and like flexibility and strength and muscle mass, but even then like I don't think there needs to be separate genders for sports.
Obviously I'm a woman. Well, my friend over here, do you think I should be able to play against?
There doesn't need to be separate genders for sports. You want women, biological women, to play against biological men in football, in soccer, in hockey. You've never played sports in your entire life, right? Tell me you haven't played sports without telling me you haven't played sports.
against somebody like him because he might be a trans woman. I haven't asked him yet.
As long as you two are in like the same skill set, like you've been playing for the amount of time, you feel like your skills are equal, then I feel like that is fair.
But isn't the whole point to play against people who might be better or worse than you so you can win?
Oh, of course, absolutely. I mean, it's always trial and error, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't see much of a need for like.
Kimberly, I know.
Home care makes a difference in people's lives.
Advertising. Should I get this YouTube Premium thing, guys? Kimberly, your donation is going to go towards potentially to help me with getting YouTube Premium for a year or whatever. That's what Oregonian was telling me. You need to get YouTube Premium so you can watch YouTube everywhere and not deal with commercials and other advantages. I'm not sure what other advantages there are, but evidently there are some. Oops.
Weak versus someone who's super strong. You're not going to do that. But if you have like somewhat equal skill sets or you have your own like. You're coming in at the situation at your own level, then I think it's equal.
Excuse me, we're celebrating Women's Month. We're asking people, how are you celebrating?
We're kind of busy right now.
Sorry. Oh, but are you celebrating Women's Month?
I mean, I'm celebrating Women's Month by loving the fuck out of women.
I love that. What is a woman?
Okay.
You're one of these kind of people?
What type of people?
What do you think? You tell me.
You tell me. I'm just a woman. I'm asking people because I haven't been able to get like a straight answer today.
Well, you're not going to get a straight answer from us.
Yeah. Do you know what a woman is?
Yeah.
What is it?
You'll know it when you see it.
Know it when I see it. All right. Have you attended or heard of any of the protests that are going on about Iran, free Iran?
I have.
Mm-hmm. And what are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, I certainly don't think that the U.S. should be doing anything that it is doing in Iran. Everything is centered around oil and fear and trying to expand American imperialism.
All right, Kimberly, if you can't afford the YouTube thing, then yeah, you don't need to keep donating to me or anything like that. You know, just save your money for other things that are cool for you there. You don't have to send me donations once in a while or anything like that. I can afford it. I just don't really want to spend money on stuff I don't think I need that bad, you know. I can deal with a few seconds of commercials here and there. They're not going to bug me too much.
So, yeah.
Well, many of the Iranians in Iran and then ones that have migrated to America, Canada, other major cities have been celebrating and thanking Trump for what he did because they feel, and this is, their words, not mine, I'm not Iranian, but they feel that they've been liberated now that the leader of the Iranian regime has been taken out.
I mean, I don't know much. I haven't heard a lot of news about Iran, especially with the blackout going on, but everyone can have their own feelings. But I do feel that whether they support it or not, America should not be trying to, I guess, take control of somewhere else, especially with everything going on with the Zionism and just trying to take over all these spaces in the Middle East.
Is there anything that you can name that Trump has done that's positive?
So you have TDS without saying you have TDS by having that long of a pause.
Not off the top of my head.
We're celebrating Women's Month.
Nice.
Yeah, we're asking people, how are you celebrating Women's Month?
Well, I'm learning a lot about like different people, watching a lot of like women-made movies, and like playing a lot. Like, there's a Steam wish list going on that's like all about like games by women developers. So I'm looking into a lot of those, buying a lot of those, and doing whatever I can to support the women in my life.
Portlandia.
I love that. That's amazing. That's like the most unique answer I've heard today. Everyone else is like, I didn't even know it was Women's Month. I was like, how can you not know?
Oh yeah, it's a huge, and there's like a huge spectrum of people because it's like there's so many things that you can do, and I feel like just like supporting the women in your life and like listening to them is like a huge step.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate America for women?
Ooh, America for women, I feel like it's a solid 6 or 7. Really, I feel like there's like a lot of protections, but it's just like not
Is you going to ask Iran for number 2, you think, next, maybe?
doing as much as it could be. Obviously, overturning Roe v. Wade and like defunding Planned Parenthood is like a huge thing that I feel like we're just like really regressing in terms of women's rights right now.
It's interesting that you brought that up, Roe v.
Yeah, I don't kick anybody out. Once in a while, I'll kick like that Josh guy or whatever. He pops in here once in a while, says some silly things, whatever. I give him a 10-second timeout or something like that once in a while. Yeah, Britt's cheating on me or something like that here, which is okay. She back and forth, go to me, go to somebody else, get back to me. It's okay. It's okay. I see how you are. It's all good. Like I don't really need mods too much when it's only 17 people here.
Wade and not funding Planned Parenthood. Some would argue, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, that, women, there are little baby girls in the womb that deserve the right to life, which is written in our Constitution. What do you say to that?
I think that it's really up to the women. And I feel like if it's not something that can think for itself, I feel like it is up to the women to ultimately decide what to do with their bodies. Not everyone wants to be a parent. I don't want to be a parent. And inadequate access to a lot of birth control and just the part that men play in pregnancy and not wanting to take responsibility for that. I feel like we're putting a lot of pressure on women for something that I feel like isn't really, it's a two-party system, you know what I mean? It's both the fault of the man and the fault of the woman.
Finally, I agree with something she said.
Ultimately, and I feel like there's just a lot of pressure being put on just the women for having, children that they don't want. I feel like ultimately, if you do not want a child, you shouldn't have to be made to have a child.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree there that it's the men they don't take responsibility. Yeah. But I would say that that's because a lot of these men who just want to use women for their bodies, they just know that abortion is an option. So they're like, well, if I do get her pregnant, I'll just give her the $300 and then it'll be her problem. Instead of stepping up and saying, we went into this consensually, which is, most cases when women conceive. And so, with abortion, it just kind of gives them an out.
I think that can definitely be a thing, but I think that it's better to have abortion for the women. And I feel like the men not taking responsibility is part of a bigger problem. And the fact that they don't feel like they need to, it's not my problem. That's, it's her body. So it's not my problem. And I feel like
both sides close their legs, back in the day, back in my younger days, there was a Christian movement going on, abstinence, a big push for abstinence. DC Talk was in on it, a few other groups. Pure Love. Anyway, it was pretty popular at the time. It's wait till marriage.
No, I feel like normalizing things like vasectomies for men who do not want to have children, which can be easily reversed, and it's so much more cheaper than getting your tubes tied. Normalizing consent for men and things like that, I feel like is so much more of things that we can do to keep men, to hold men accountable, rather than just not allowing women to access that crucial healthcare that I believe is a human right. There was a study done, or a report done, I believe that was from some human rights activist group, and they said that I believe it was in Brazil, that women weren't getting healthcare for abortions, and they said that is a human rights violation in Brazil. I believe that is ultimately what it comes down to, is there is no healthcare that is that if a man wanted to get it, that they wouldn't be able to. And I feel like it should be, if a woman wants to do whatever she wants to do with her body, she should be able to.
We're celebrating Women's Month today, and this whole month.
Nice.
How are you guys celebrating?
We're eating matcha.
Oh, we love that.
We're getting matcha right now.
Wonderful. How about you? How do you celebrate Women's Month?
Show appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you show appreciation?
I don't know.
We're celebrating women. What is a woman?
Us.
Us? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Is he a woman?
No.
How do you know that?
Because he doesn't look like one.
He could pass for one. Come on now. Oh my goodness. And my first. Oh really? Oh no. Is oh, some good decision there, Kimberly. Good decision. Have your kid.
I think he told us. I don't know.
You think he told you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Is there anything that differentiates between a man and a woman, where we can tell, oh, that's a man, that's a woman?
Like the way they act, I think women were created more for like nurturing, whereas men were like more providing, you know? So I think naturally our womanly like values and like traits come out naturally in certain settings, certain things that we do. So I think that's really beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, that's a really beautiful, complex answer, but let's really simplify it. How do we differentiate between a man and a woman?
I don't know.
Are you guys in school? You go here?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
No ideas?
I guess like women like to be more prepared, get ready, you know?
Oh. So, what about people that, men that wear makeup? They like to get ready.
Yeah. I think I don't know. And then in that case then
super simple. It's not a trick question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chromosomes?
Chromosomes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys. Enjoy your matcha.
College students don't know what chromosomes are.
There's no doctor that's gonna like prevent a man from getting a vasectomy or things like that. But if a woman wants to get her tubes tied or she wants to have an abortion, there's so many roadblocks from her getting that, and so I feel like that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Is it her body or is it another little body inside of her?
I guess it really depends on how you see it.
What does science say?
I don't know. I haven't done that research.
When a woman
I haven't done the research to find out if it's another body. She should have the capability to eliminate potentially the other body. I haven't done the research on it.
woman is pregnant, do you say that, there's nothing inside of her, or is there a little creature inside of her?
I think that's ultimately, I don't know personally. I don't identify as a woman. So
what do you identify as?
I identify as non-binary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain what that means for the ignorant people watching.
So basically I am non-binary. I do not fall into the typical gender norms. I particularly identify as agender. So I don't have really any gender, which is really, it's really confusing and hard to understand. I feel like if you're not agender, so it's just one of those things. But I feel like it is I just don't really identify as male or female.
Okay. Yeah. So do you just go by any pronouns?
I go by he, they, primarily. Yeah.
How did you decide that, if you don't mind me asking?
He, they. Well, I originally went by they, them, and then I decided that I kind of like the sound of he, they. I kind of like he, him pronouns, and so I have decided to.
I like the sound of the pronouns now. Not that that's how you identify, but I like the sound of the pronouns.
Add both. And yeah,
we're celebrating Women's Month. How are y'all celebrating?
Doing good. Sorry, we have to go. We have a lunch thing happening.
Okay, what about you?
Just being friends.
Just being friends with women?
Yeah.
Okay, what is a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
Okay. How do we tell?
That's not a definition.
You ask them.
Is there anything else that where you can tell someone's a woman without asking?
How they present as a woman.
Okay, are you a woman?
No.
How do you know that?
Because I don't identify as a woman.
Geniuses here. Geniuses at Portland State.
Well, we are out here claiming that biological women are the only real women. Trans women are not women. Would you agree with that statement?
It's hard because you don't want to upset anybody these days, but...
Yeah, but should people
be honest? Come on.
Being upset trump reality?
I think it's... puts us in awkward situations where we do have to accept our biological backgrounds, and I think we do have to accept a certain degree that we aren't, we can't claim whatever we wish or desire to be. So
yeah,
we do have to accept.
Yeah, because if I said I was a giraffe right now, would you believe me?
I'd have to accept the reality that you believe it, but I personally couldn't.
Appreciate that.
But I can't personally ascribe to that.
Yeah, you can't personally, ascribe to that. So why should we be forced to subscribe to the idea that a biological man can say he's a woman and then go into a woman's restroom or play against women on a women's sports team.
Well, it's part of the times, like whatever the wave of social consent or social agreement comes to, maybe 20, 30 years ago, we probably wouldn't be at that point, but here we are now. So maybe.
How did that happen?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was the influence of social media. I don't know. Maybe it just became so widespread and easy to throw out perhaps very abstract or very unusual ideas and make it very mainstream, perhaps. But maybe the tides will turn. Maybe they won't. We'll have to see. So that's all.
Well, great. Well, thank you. Happy Women's Month. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun out here in rainy Portland talking to these leftists, talking to these college students. So if you enjoyed
we did, and we shouted you out, and we put your link in the chat, made sure everybody's following you. Good job out there for Patriot Voice as we check and see if there's anything else worth watching out there. Nothing. Let me do it. Refreshers. Sometimes like Geyer would be on or whatever, doing a little news report by now or something like that, but I'm not seeing him on. PCP's not on. Nobody else is chilling out there right now. I'm just gonna see what's going on because I need to go to the restroom, but I want to keep streaming. But what that means is I'm going to put another video on for you guys to watch while I use the facilities here, and you guys keep talking about potatoes or hash browns or tater tots or whatever other potato stuff you guys like to talk about or something like that. But anyway, let me find another video to watch. Finish that one. Adam Francisco, 13 it's 32 minutes long. Why not?
Yeah. But how do we find you? Tell the audience.
You can follow me on my own channel, Mitchell Lozada, MITCHLOZADA. I have my stuff. Obviously I'm here for work, but I'm also here enjoying the sights, enjoying everything of St. Petersburg, Florida. So yeah.
And you're serving the country right now.
Yeah.
Which branch are you in?
I'm in Air Force.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the service. My audience is going to love you.
Of course. Yeah.
You don't play that card enough.
When you're in the military, like you shouldn't.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, so right, and so
like me as an outsider, I'm like, that's awesome. But you're in it, so you got to be a little careful.
Yeah. I mean,
got it.
Because obviously, no matter who's president, you still have to be in line, right?
Correct.
And so,
but I could brag on your behalf.
Please.
I'm allowed to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So, but if anything, I'm allowed as a military person, I'm allowed to have my views. All I have to do is make sure I'm not saying anything in uniform, and obviously not saying anything on behalf of the U.S. Air Force / Department of War / Defense or prior defense.
Wow.
So yeah.
By the way, your boss is Pete Hegseth, and he could bench 315.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's
go! According to what his name, Harry Simpson.
Harry Simpson,
like Harry Simpson saying that's fake. It's like he just benching whatever 325 pound weights,
he thinks it's fake.
Yeah.
Well, because Harry Simpson's jealous. Little sissy boy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that was a great video. Like, he's obviously with a lot of the troops. I love that. It's not just for show. Like, obviously, yeah, sure, you could call it a little bit, optics, right?
Of course.
All right, guys. Do you guys want to listen to this during my potty break, or do you want to listen to Angry Oregonian talk about stuff? But Adam or Angry? Is that Adam Francisco or Angry Oregonian? You've probably seen him in the chat there. He's like, he's a potty break. So you're going to have to either listen to Adam during my potty break or Angry. You guys better decide fast because I can do the potty break thing. How many people are watching? 19 people. Put a 1 in the chat if you're watching, because lately I'm only getting 1 chatter in the box. Kimberly, and occasionally Wolfie or Britt or pop in or something like that, but since nobody else is seeming to say anything, so we might just tell Angry to hold on here for a little while, and as he talks in the chat. Oh, Maine says angry. Wolfie says Adam. Andy, you want Andy's voice or something like that?
I can't trust nobody out here, bro.
I'm guessing he's might be getting ready to end it, so I don't want to leave it on him or something like that, and then have it dead air. But you go Adam. You got another Adam on that one. Adam and angry. Okay, we got 1-1 tie. Who's the next one? Who's gonna break the tie? Who's gonna break the tie? Somebody better break the tie pretty fast because I'm gonna, want to see my angry is the win on that one. Dark Signal goes angry. Yeah, you did get the tiebreaker on that one there. Okay, yeah. So then I'll send him the link here. Hold on to your horses. We're gonna click a link and do all this stuff here. I was like, gotta go pee and things like that. Copy this. Actually, angry. I'll put it in that other chat just in case anybody else wants it also. But I know you probably want it, but it'll be in the main chat thing or whatever. Oh yeah. Okay, you better click it or tick it. Are you working tonight? You're venting? Okay. Actually, you know who's good at listening to venting and things like that? It's a nice guy or something like that. He'd probably read the chat or something like that. Angry's I'm pretty good at that stuff. Oh, Mr. Bill. Okay. How about no, Mr. Angry? As soon as he pops in here with a little beep, you'll hear a little beep here in a second here when he enters the room, so to speak, or enters the chat. Give me a second here. As soon as he clicks on his link, old guy, sometimes they take a while. While I wait for him, I'm gonna play more of the Adam thing, I guess.
Yeah,
it's not just like just words, right?
Yeah.
Like let's do it. Let's do this together. And
that's right.
I love it.
Does that say try that in a small town? You seem like you're a Trump supporter, sir. Is that true?
Try that in a small town.
True. God bless you. Me too. You support the greatest president of our lifetimes. That's right. All right, guys.
Hey, Britt, you're behind. I didn't ask a 1 or 2 question, so you got to click the live button to make sure you're caught up or whatever. You might be responding to an old 1 question or something like that. You're heading out, Kimberly. Thank you for that cash app and hanging out and all that fun stuff too. I don't care about that. Anyway, that one goes there. As soon as Angry gets in here, then I can go to the restroom. Otherwise, if he doesn't get in here in a few seconds here, I'm going to put on Adam and let Adam keep going here on this video. Okay. There's a good excuse. Britt has a good excuse for not showing up here. Okay. That's a pretty good excuse. Not the best excuse, but a pretty good excuse. I know. I'm not getting into case. Brett was teasing.
As we are at De La Rosa's, it's been here 40 years here in Johns Pass. I got to admit, their slices here are pretty damn good. And we're going to taste test this right now on this windy day here in Madeira Beach. Guys, that is a good slice. You could probably hear the crunch on the Meta Ray-Bans. And boy, is that good. Take a bite.
I'm good.
Try it.
All right.
Take a bite.
I have a boarding video on this one here.
Pretty good slice. I got it.
I'm going to adjust the speed.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
Good.
No.
I like the crisp. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thin crust, crunchy. So you said you like the dogs more than me, right?
I was trying
Which is fair. What if I told you though that I supported Donald Trump? Does that make you like me more? Less. So that makes you.
Once he clicks on the link, and then I can put him on. But I need him to click on the link, and then you'll hear a beep, and then I press the button, and it allows him to come on. But if he doesn't click on the link, then I can't do that. So either he's too sick to come on or something like that. And I think he gave me the sickness here. I haven't seen him in person in quite a while, but I think he sort of was hanging out on chats with me too long and he passed on his sickness or something like that. Man, make sure you follow Angry Oregonian there. Did he do something silly like go live? He'd better not have went live and trying to think that because he's got to join. If he wants to go live, then he's joining with my thing here. You know what I'm going to do instead? Geyer just went live. So you guys are going to watch Geyer while I do this, okay? I guess I'd rather watch Geyer than wait for Angry. How about that? Geyer on the bottom there. You guys know who Geyer is. There's this.
Without a single vote.
That work for you? I probably should put his thing in the bottom here.
Then you want to dive in.
Put pause.
And buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this is some real stuff. This is a segment that you cannot miss.
Hey, Brett, can you do me favors? Put Geyer's YouTube link in the chat. It's not the video, but his page's link or whatever. So I can go to the restroom. Thank you.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is March 18th, 2026.
Watch it, Angry. Watch it as soon as I leave.
We're getting banners set up here.
A beep. Watch it.
Because
Once I
apparently our
leave,
banners are
you'll hear
reading
Angry
all
come
zeros.
in. Watch it. Wait for it. I bet
Smash that like button. Share the stream. We've got a bunch to talk about. 2 topics that we've researched very well. So let's get into it.
Where's my other thing here? Be right back. Is what is.
Guys are pulling back the curtain on the government. The government funded circus that started 60 years ago. Class is in session. So let's get into it. This is the Hart-Celler Act of 1965. Now listen close, because they don't touch this in the schools anymore. We're talking about the 1965 Hart-Celler Act. Now here's the kicker. The absolute height of the hypocrisy. The architects of it were Senate Philip Hart and Representative Emanuel Celler. When LBJ signed this bill at the foot of the Statue of Liberty, he looked the American people right in the eye and said, and I quote, "This is the bill that is not a revolutionary bill. It does not affect the lives of millions. It will reshape the structure of our daily lives." LBJ was lying. Before the 1965, America had a system that was prioritized by national origins. It kept the country's demographics stable. Hart-Celler blew the doors off. It replaced that system with a preference model focused on family reunification. They told you it was a small change, but it created a massive demographic shift that nobody in this country actually voted for. And here's why it matters to you in Portland tonight. The demographics of our city didn't change by accident. Guys, in 1960, the foreign-born population in the United States was around 5%. Today, it's closer to 15%. But look at Portland. 13.5% of our city is foreign-born. That is nearly a double the state average. This was a demographic shift engineered in DC in a committee room, not at our local ballot boxes. And here's the connection that you need to see. When you see the Portland City Council reallocating your tax dollars to the immigrant legal services or bankrolling rapid response networks for professional protesters, guys, that's a direct result of the system created in 1965. The government claims it's broke when it comes to paying the men and women in uniform to keep us safe, but they always find a slush fund to bankroll the activists managing the fallout of a 60-year-old policy. It's upside down. It's un-American. They replaced heritage preferences with preferences. They replaced stability with a laboratory for globalism. And the Pacific Northwest in the test site. You want an opinion? Here it is. You can't understand the housing crisis, the labor shifts, or the identity of Portland today if you don't realize they were rewritten 60 years ago. to ensure the exactly what we were living through right now. What the mainstream media won't touch, but we're naming names and we're speaking truth to power tonight. And we're just getting started. Welcome to the show. That was the Cellar Heart Act of 1965. What do you guys think about that? Welcome to the chat. Got everybody in the chat tonight. Average Travis reposted the stream. Part two. But this kind of signified a change within the United States, and it was signed in by LBJ right in front of the Statue of Liberty. Did you guys hear about Afro Man?
You guys behaving yourselves? Sure, so you guys are behaving yourselves here. Hold on a second.
Oh, Afro Man. We got a win today,
Wait,
ladies and
pop in
gentlemen.
the thing there.
We
Send
got
a
a win.
link.
Afro Man got a win.
See here.
And freedom. Freedom got a win. Nicholas, you're joining in on part two of the segment today.
Hey, Vibes, how you doing?
And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why history class matters.
My trade school. Oh.
Because once you understand how they built the maze, you can start to see how actually and who is actually fighting to tear down the walls. We talked about the top-down control. We talked about the 1965 engineering of our cities. But now we're talking about a man who stood his ground against the machine and actually won. Someone in the chat, shout out to you, one of my moderators actually, asked if we were going to cover the Afro Man verdict. Are you kidding me? This is the story of the year for anyone who gives a damn about the First Amendment. We're transitioning right now from the history of government, Nicholas, to the overreach of a modern day masterclass and holding that overreach accountable. Let's talk about Joseph Foreman, better known as Afro Man. The absolute beatdown he just gave the Adams County Sheriff's Department in Ohio courtroom. Beat him down. He beat them down.
Well, you finally ended that meeting? Okay.
So let's set the scene here, because the details of this case are absolutely wild. Back in 2022, deputies from the getting excited about this. Deputies from the Adams County Sheriff's Department rolled up on Afro Man's house in Winchester, Ohio. Correction. We're talking weapons drawn, tactical gear, breaking down his front gate, smashing in his front door, and the warrant. Let me see that warrant, as claimed in that great movie. They claimed they were looking for narcotics and get this kidnapping. But here's the kicker. The absolute height of the stupidity. They tore that man's house apart. They searched his suits. They searched his closets. And they even stared down a lemon pound cake sitting in the kitchen counter. And guess what they found? Absolutely nothing. No drugs, no kidnapped people, no charges, zip, zilch, nada. But then they tried to do something even worse. When they returned his seized cash, Afro Man roughly noticed about $400 was missing. The department called it a miscount. I call it something else. Now, most people would have just taken the L and moved on. Not Afro Man. He took his own security footage from his home, footage he owns on his own property, and he did what any self-respecting artist would do. He turned it into a viral sensation. He wrote Lemon Pound Cake. He wrote, "Will you help me repair my door?" He put their faces, their literal taxpayer-funded faces, in the music videos and mocked them for the world to see. And that's when the hypocrisy hit a fever pitch. These 7 deputies had the audacity to sue him. They claimed his music video caused them humiliation, ridicule, and mental distress. They tried to use rights of publicity laws to say he couldn't use their likeness of profit. But today, the jury spoke. After 3 days of trial where Afro Man sat in a courtroom wearing a literal red, white, and blue American flag suit, the jury came back with a total defense verdict. They tossed the deputies' claims into the trash where they belong. We saw reports today that Deputy Lisa Phillips actually broke down in tears. And it was on the stand when they played the music videos in court. Listen to me, Portland. This is not just about a rapper. This is about the fact that a public official, when you put on that uniform and you step into private property, you are subject to criticism and the commentary of the people that you serve.
Oh, I sound a lot.
The First Amendment doesn't stop at your badge. We've experienced it. And OG, Afro Man, if you're watching this, or if anyone in his camp or is in the chat tonight, we want you on the Geyer Show. Because what you didn't just watch is entertainment. You stood up for the homeowner in America who has ever felt powerless against a botched raid. You turn their overreach into your art. And today you turn their lawsuit into a victory for every single one of us. This is what it looks like when you speak the truth, and power actually has to blink. So stay tuned, because after this break, we're going to talk about how we can apply this level of accountability right here on the streets of the Pacific Northwest. Don't go anywhere.
Las Vegas.
This is the Geyer Show.
Geyer Show. Why can't you access the other DM there? Nobody else accessed it, I guess. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, still want to talk to Angry or something for a little bit? If he wants to. See what Geyer, if he's going to keep going. He's sick again. There's a few. Yeah, different ones, yeah, different times.
In your face, red light on.
All right. Now, don't go anywhere. Stay with me here. Because this is where the rubber meets the road. Some of you in the chat are saying, Geyer, that's Ohio. That's a music video. What does that
Nothing else going on?
have to do with me standing on Burnside or watching the news in the Pearl District?
Okay.
It has everything to do with you.
Yeah.
Because what Afro Man just proved in that courtroom isn't just about lemon pound cake. It's about the power of the lens. It's about the fact that the only thing these bloated bureaucracies fear, whether it's the sheriff's department in the Midwest or the city planners right here in the Pacific Northwest, is a citizen with a camera and the guts to use it.
Medicine.
Think about the thread we pulled tonight. We started with 1965. We talked about how the Hart-Celler Act fundamentally re-engineered the demographics and the soul of our city from the top down. We talked about the experts in DC that lied to our faces. So now we want to know if your freedom of speech is under attack. We want to know that. Is the freedom of speech under attack? Did Afro Man have a win? And what was signed in 1965 are we experiencing today? You guys tell me in the comments. Welcome to the Geyer Show. That's all.
Let's listen to this guy here.
Yeah, you know,
he's the best. He's my hero.
I love to hear that. Thank you, sir. Guys, nothing makes me happier. Nothing than seeing a Trump hat in the wild. It just elevates my spirits. It rejuvenates my soul. It cleanses my essence. And it lets me know that there's hope for the future of this country.
So, here is a before.
All right, so I've got YouTube Premium, obviously.
Windy today. I don't know how good the quality of the video is going to be, but we're going to film anyway. And I got my "We Stand with ICE" flag. He loves illegals. He loves the illegals. I think we should protect American women. I'm an immigrant from Mexico. Oh, Biden fan? Joe Byron? Oh,
Hot girl drink tequila.
you are a hot girl.
You're every day, I guess.
Hey, look, you're both protecting us. That's all that matters. I think it's equally cool. Area. So I can only serve.
Funny is, like, on that note, like, if there was someone else on the other side, right? Like, yeah.
We love your fashion.
Curling.
Oh, I think about USA.
As we are for our beliefs.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you so much.
Thank you. My name's Adam Francisco.
Thank you again, guys.
Adam Francisco.
What's your name? Really mean it. Mitch, Adam and Mitch, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
See you guys.
There we go. Trying to see if there's. Watched all the other videos right now. Here, you guys go back to Geyer here for a second.
You guys don't mind hang out in there?
Definitely. Where's the other video I wanted here?
Yes, sir.
James Clear. Yes. That's what Geyer's looking at right there. IRT's having a good time. Everybody else having a good time. Good deal. I think I'm going to raid out here to one of these guys out here, probably to Geyer here. Besides Angry, nobody else wanted to hang out with me tonight. And no offense to Angry, but I'm too sick to hang out, I think, right now. And not enough people to hang out with right now. So send people over to the Geyer Show. The Geyer Show. Gotta find a few more buttons to press here, though. There's that button, and I think I might have got a subscriber tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you for the donation again, Kimberly, earlier. Radio over to the Geyer Show. The Geyer Show. Sounds like the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. You guys know the song. Anyway, here's the Geyer Show. Unless there's something else. No, nothing else to read to. Yeah, works well enough, I guess. Save there. Okay.
Everybody is excused.
A coat. Oh, they were. I guess coat doesn't work. Yeah.
Literally, that's what we're waiting for.
Okay. Oh, let me double check my other options here. Nothing else going on over there.
So he got the verdict, and he won. Ladies and gentlemen, he won. He won.
Alrighty. All right. Go hang out with Geyer.
I can't believe it.
Tell him to speak fast. Tell him to speak fast.
Such an amazing thing.
Just kidding. Yeah, so have a good night.
So we've covered a lot around tonight. We've looked back